All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Hey, morning, Carlos. Excuse me, my throat is apparently all caught up, but I'm good. Other than that, yeah, we're having a little challenge here in our chat room. Some server issue. We got the tech crew working on it. Looks like a lot of people are connected, so hopefully it's good for most everybody. Yeah, we'll get you all going. Other than that, yeah, it's been a quiet morning for me so far, Carlos. Hoping that we get ramped up for the day. Weird day in the markets yesterday, or a little
Yeah.
unusual in terms of the price action. Ended up being some good trades out there, some good opportunities, but boy, did you have to be patient at the open. That open was brutal. Just rough stuff. But
Yeah.
if you manage to survive that or just sit back and wait, it actually moved into some good trend trading after. So let's see what today brings.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to hopefully a nice. Again, we get these moves, but they're how can I put it? They're very hard to find. Like PLTR yesterday, Andrew somehow caught this move, right? Beautiful. Like out of all the stuff I have, everything was garbage for
Yeah.
like the first 30 minutes except PLTR. And MU, a lot of you guys called it out in the chat room, did very well too. It was not on my radar. But yeah, hopefully that we can get more opportunities today. Quick look at our gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com, friends. You can always head there to get tools just like this one. And you can see we got a couple of large gaps here. 20% on Etsy must be must be earnings. We never see this company here, and some other ones as well. eBay on deck. eBay, I saw an alert from Bloomberg. They're buying something. I still don't know who buys on eBay, but it's still here. It's who I don't know. It's still here. And then some stuff gapping down, some that we're a lot that we're not familiar with. We'll hop into those and see what's taking place there. Good morning, Frank Castle 81 over on YouTube. Good to see you, my friend. But before we get to all of that, let's head over to our U.S. economic calendar and what is going on for today.
Yeah, we had a number of data points that have come out this morning. As you can see on the screen, jobless claims, both initial and continuing, came out. Mixed picture there with better initial jobless claims, but slightly worse continuing jobless claims. Once again, as we usually see, the numbers are within sort of the normal skew range, and nothing to see here. The Philadelphia Fed manufacturing was significantly positive compared to forecast, which is which was interesting, coming in at 16.3 versus a 7.5 forecast. And the and then the goods trade balance is skewed towards imports. Which is interesting. Once again, showing a negative 98.5 actual, 98.5 billion number for December actual versus an estimate of 86, negative 86 billion. So, really mixed picture, right? Some are good, some are bad, some are up, some are down. I think the economy's trying to figure out, feels like nobody quite knows what's going on, right? Things are just all over the place. So, which it might explain why the market is just moving sideways, right? Like it's not like we've got a lot of definitive data that's clearly saying we're strong, but nor are we getting all of the signals that the economy is as bad as people were fearing, right? We're hearing a lot of fear mongering out there, but the market hasn't really dropped a lot. Every time it burps and drops a little bit lower, everybody's like, "Is this it? Is this the beginning of the end?" And then we calm down, by the end of the day, and usually everything's fine again. So I don't know, Carlos. We're gonna have to see what happens. In the meantime, if we can
Yeah.
keep getting trading opportunities, I'm all for it. But again, just understand that uncertainty is going to cause things like we saw at the Open that we were just talking about. That yesterday Open again, really, right? It took a little bit of time for the market to figure out which way are we going to go, what should we do, who's going to get the power in the day. And Carlos and I were both watching Tesla, for example. Just look at a 1 minute chart for Tesla over the opening 20 minutes. It is a good case study of how brutal that was, and I actually tried to trade that. Thank goodness. So, Carlos, looks like he got kicked off the chat room. Looks like it was reset again.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I did get kicked off. All right, well, we were a good man. We were a good man's there. So see if I can connect back in our chat here. We'll click the microphone. Should I just try to connect back, right? All right, there it
Yeah.
is. It's working. Oh, yeah, I see bars. All right, let's see if it stays. I'll try the screen again. We might get some of this throughout the day, throughout the morning here, friends. It should be fixed short as they reset things and get going. YouTube is going to be perfectly fine at the moment, so no issues there. Okay, screen's back up. Hopefully it stays. All right, friends, let's dive into men down. Yes, absolutely. All right, let's see what we got going on here, guys. Let's start with Etsy. First one on deck this morning, ETSY. ETSY today. It does not trade very well for the most part. I usually never keep it on the list. We talk about it 4 times a year when they have earnings. It looks like today might be the same thing unless any other news is happening here. You can see last night, big gap up. We're up 20%, no volume. And that's kind of what I expect out of Etsy, right? This is not going to get great volume, Peter. What is the latest and greatest on this company?
Yeah, well, you pegged it. Earnings. They look. I mean, they had decent earnings. They guided higher. What I'm surprised is so Etsy and eBay. You were talking about this earlier, Carlos. Yes, they have a deal. They're the ones that are selling things to each other. So apparently, Etsy is selling something called Depop to eBay for 1.2 billion in cash. I am surprised that eBay still has 1.2 billion in cash, but anyways, apparently they're selling this Depop to eBay. I don't even know what a Depop is. What is a Depop?
I have no idea. We need
All
to
right.
we need to learn. I have no
Yeah,
idea what that
it's
is.
the secondhand marketplace Depop. So I guess it's a subsection of Etsy where they're selling it's like their garage sale section. They're selling the used stuff. So they're selling that to eBay for 1.2 billion, which I guess the market sees as good because Etsy gets to pocket the cash and move on with their life. So there you go. Look, like you said, volume's the problem here. Volume is always the problem on Etsy. It just doesn't trade with enough interest in volume, and their choice to trade on the New York Stock Exchange, well, I don't know. Anyways, they chose that, so that just means it also has muted volume, especially pre-market. It might pick up after the open. Carlos, I'm not going to be sticking around to find out. I think there's probably other things you might want to watch today. Yeah, this one's not attracting my interest.
Yeah, I agree. We'll find something better to look
As a
at here, friends.
customer
Yeah.
or as a trader, by the way, have you ever bought anything on Etsy, Carlos? I can't say
Yes.
that I have.
What did I buy? I bought. I forgot what it was. It was a flight. I don't have it here. So it was a flight simulator game, a flight simulator 1998 or something. It's one of the first ones that I started playing back in 20 something years ago. So I was able to find
Okay.
it there. But again, it was something. That's probably the only one thing I can remember I found there somehow.
Oh,
But
okay.
other than that, I think it was there. So yeah, but yeah, I don't go there looking for anything. So
I yeah, I've never bought any. I actually looked on Etsy once. I was looking for something and I thought I found it. I was all excited, this rare thing, a game accessory that I was trying to find. And then when I dig into it, I realized like it literally was something somebody had made in their basement. I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. And they weren't even selling the thing, they were selling the blueprint for the thing. And I'm like, well, that now what? Ugh, never mind. And I never went back to Etsy. So,
yeah, yeah. Now I do know people that sell on Etsy. We have one of our good members. I don't know if she's in chat here. But she went to her Thailand trip and she sells on Etsy and she does very well. So, no
okay,
knock on Etsy. We want our members to do very well as they're selling their stuff on there. So, she has a
that's good.
business and she's doing that and she's doing trading. So she's able to combine the two, and she's doing very well. So,
Good to
good for her. Yeah.
always good to have multiple sources of income. Absolutely.
I cannot agree more. Multiple sources, friends. That is the way to go. I see a lot of comments on my Instagram. They'll say, well, ain't the point to have financial freedom and not work? I'm like, you know what? Trading full time could be boring. What else are you gonna do, right? You trade 2 hours in the day. What are you gonna do for the rest of the day? All your friends are gonna be working. They're not gonna be around to go golfing with you. You're gonna have to find something to do, because your mind will go crazy. So, start a business, do something else. It's part of the whole process, I think. All right, let's keep going, friends. Etsy not gonna be on my list. I don't like it. Does not trade very well. Have never had any success with it really. So we'll keep it off the list here. As far as trading goes, RELY is up 20%. Doesn't look good. Low volume on the daily looks horrible. We're not getting a whole lot of volume here either. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan, Peter. I'm gonna leave this alone.
No, they
Yeah.
had earnings after the close yesterday, beat their numbers. They issued strong guidance for the next quarter. They appointed a new CEO. And I still don't really care. I agree with you. It's just not one that it pops up every quarter. I've never even bothered to look at it to trade. So
Yeah.
thank you, but no thank you.
There it is. Francis, yeah, there might be there were some issues earlier today with the chat room, but it's up and running today. We our
Yeah,
tech team did reset some of the data servers, Peter.
yeah, yeah. Reset the servers at the data center end. It looks like it's working now. At least I was able to get in much easier. So if if you want to try again, go back in there, give it a shot. Reset should be good.
Yeah, yeah. Or you could hang out here with us. Wait, we're not kicking you
Yeah.
out, my
Either
Francis.
way,
We love you on YouTube here.
give
You
us
know
a
you're
thumbs
already a
up.
member, but yeah, stick around. All right, let's see here, friends. Let's go to the next one. Lemonade, LMND. Lemonade up 10% here, 241,000 shares traded. Another one that we've seen plenty of times on the list, but on our gappers list, but never really makes our primary or even secondary list. Today they're up 10%. Again, low volume, nice ticker. Man, this list today is about to get a good garbage truck in a second here. Let's see how we do. But Peter, nothing I like here.
Yeah, this is I'm surprised that they're gapping up. Again, another one that only appears at quarterly earnings. They had a mixed picture because they had a loss in the quarter. I guess they beat the estimate even though they lost money. And then their full year guidance was good again. So again, it's always about the guidance. So again, Lemonade. I do like the name anyways. They're a property insurance company. And of course, it makes you think of a lemonade stand. I mean, I guess they're doing enough business. What's their annual revenue? 500 million. So they're selling some insurance. But in any event, no, not tradable in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't like it. All right, let's continue, friends. Just looking through this list and seeing what else we can find, but that won't be on there. Dash. Dash is on here today. This is one of Peter's favorite company to order from is DoorDash. And they are up here 8%, 543,000 shares trade. Look at the daily lately, kind of taking a bit of a hit. They had a couple of ads for the Super Bowl, I believe. So here they are today. They're up 8%, 543,000 shares traded. Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
Yeah, they spent a lot of money on ads. I don't think they operate in Canada, or at least they don't operate in my part of Canada. So I've never used them. So can't tell you how they work. I assume they work like all the others, but I've never used them. Anyways, they had a good quarter, higher guidance. They expect the next year to be good. I mean, they like you said, they were Super Bowl. They seem to like to spend a lot of money on advertising. So I guess it's working. As their quarterly numbers have been very strong for the last little while. They said their ad business is also growing much higher. So I'm not sure, who's a subscribe. Do you subscribe? I guess they've got this thing called the Dash Pass.
The Dash
I
Pass,
don't
well,
know.
probably like free, like they probably give you like a discount if you pay a monthly fee or
Yeah.
something.
I you
Um,
know I Look, this is a small Peter rant here for a second, but you gotta look hard in the mirror if you're using a food delivery service enough that you need a Dash Pass or a frequent flyer program. You're paying way too much for your food. And frankly, nobody's that busy. And if you are, reevaluate your life. All right, dad's out here. I'm moving back to regular programming, but
yeah, yeah, we don't order out that much. We like cooking at home. Um,
yeah,
and yeah, so I don't know who needs a Dash Pass. So that's a good question.
yeah,
That's a good
yeah.
question.
You got
Um,
harsh truths.
Andrew says
There was
it's
a
likely
there.
unlimited delivery. Yeah, it's probably like no
Yeah,
delivery fees, which their fees are high. I have used that DoorDash before. Right, I'm home with the kids. I don't want to go out and get them ready to go out. And if I'm the only one there, my wife is working or doing something else, then that's an option, right? if I don't want to get up and cook something. And their fees are ridiculous. We order, well, they love Chick-fil-A, right? So we order Chick-fil-A from there, and I could tell the nuggets that they get, whatever, they're a lot more expensive. So on top of that, they add the price. Let's say it's $8. They'll make it like $8.95 or $9. And then that they got the service fee, then they got the delivery fee, and then you tip. By the time you're done, an $8 meal is costing you $20. Like, dude, what's going on?
Yep.
So yeah, it's adds up.
Yep. You're paying a premium for it. There was a good, I think it was a Saturday Night Live skit where they did that. Because Spotify at the end of the year, it gives you a summary of like, here's what you listen to on Spotify, and here's your music choices and what you listen to and how much and everything. I think they did a skit where it was either DoorDash or one of the others where they were saying, or maybe it was Uber Eats, right? They give you a summary of the year, and, and everybody's like, oh, no, don't want that. No, 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 no. And they're like, you spent enough to buy a new house, And, anyways, it was quite funny how they're like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't really
scary.
want to know how often I ate out and how much money I spent. So, yeah, you pay through the nose.
That is scary.
Right.
All right, so there's Dash. Peter, you have any on your list today? I mean, it looks
No.
okay pre-market wise, but we know it doesn't trade very well. So
No.
yeah, we'll keep it off the list here. All right, back to the list here, friends. TradeTerminal.com. Oh, here's another one. eBay. It's the day of the mischief type companies. I tell you. Here's eBay. This one up 6.5, 342,000 shares traded. And again, another one that I wish it would trade well, but it really does not day trade very well. Volume is extremely light, as you can see here on the daily. Their best day is about 12 million, but they're usually around, seems to be around 5 or even 6 at its best. Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
I love when they make up terms. All right. So, eBay, yes. I'm surprised that they're in the gap up column here today. They're on the other side of that acquisition. So we talked about Etsy that sold their Depop business for 1.2 billion cash. eBay is the buyer. So they spent 1.2 billion. However, they had a good quarter. Look, they apparently, did about 3 billion in revenue in the quarter. So that's good. And they had earnings per share of $1.41, which was above estimates. And they also have given strong guidance. So I guess, Carlos, lots of people are eBaying and buying stuff. I like how eBay in their statement said they've acquired Depop to expand their C2C fashion. So, B2B, business to business, C2C must be consumer to consumer. So basically, this is your swap meet fashion. Swap meet fashion. The place to go for all the stuff you don't want to wear. All right. So it's I mean, yeah, I shouldn't be so flippant. There's a big there's a big market out there for people buying vintage clothing and stuff. That's all good. There's vintage and then there's just old. So just careful what you're doing. You got to know what you're doing. Clearly I don't. So,
Yeah, interesting stuff. Well, it's working for them this morning. They're up 6.2. Again, not another one that I'm not going to add onto my list. I'm going to update the banner in a second, guys, but I might just bring some of these usual suspects back. PLTR, Tesla, AMD, NVDA. They might be coming back today based on how the scalpers list is going. But let's see what else we have on here. Let's see CPNG. CPNG this morning, we are, that's a good pre-market action. We are up here 6.4, 1 million shares traded. Pre-market looks good, man. They've been getting hammered on the daily all since September. Yes, sir.
You got kicked out again.
Oh no. Oh, all right, we'll go back in there. All right, friends, apologies. I'm gonna get out and just come back in just in case that helps. YouTube is perfectly fine, guys. So just apologies as we go through some issues here this morning. All right, just gonna go back in here and reconnect. Hopefully that helps. All right, give me 1 second. Okay. All right, here we are, guys. Okay, looks like it's working. And then let me get the video over. Vintage clothes have always been popular in certain circles. Yeah. If we're hearing about it, it's popular enough that it's making a scene or making some headlines somewhere.
Yeah, look, I mean, you know, eBay, it's funny because eBay, I think of most for buying old stuff, but mostly like computer components and auto parts. If you want the hard to find car parts, if you want computer components that are, you know, out of production, eBay's the place to go. And they, you know, they have a lot of that stuff that you can find. So I guess it's useful in that. I'm just always surprised that there's $12 billion worth of that stuff being sold. So,
Yeah, it's a big chunk. Um,
so, but
all right,
yeah.
we're looking at CPG friends again. Pre-market looks good. Daily's been getting hammered here, as I mentioned earlier. Since September, October, they have not been doing well. Hanging out at $32, now hanging out at 19. So pretty big drop today. They're seeing a little bit of relief, at least for the pre-market session, Peter. Typically a stock that we don't put on deck, but I gotta say, gap up looks good, volume looks good. It is a nicey stock, but I like what I'm seeing as far as the pre-market goes. What's your thoughts?
Coupang. This is another one that's like we seem to have all the companies in this same area, right? That are reporting today or you know seem to be moving. I'm not sure if I don't think these guys had earnings. Is this just a sympathy move because they're roughly in the same segment as Etsy and eBay? I really don't know, but
Yeah, not sure.
yeah, I
What
don't
to
see any
do?
news on it. So if you guys know what's going on, let me know. But they do Coupang. This is another company that I don't even know to use.
Yeah,
They
but
show
I
pictures
don't.
of trucks. I've never seen one in my life.
Yeah. Okay. All right, fine. So, well, you know, I might put this on my secondary. What's the float on? The float is massive, 1.3 billion. So massive float. I might
Yeah.
put this on my secondary. I like the pre-market action. The dailies doesn't look so bad. Volume is okay on
Pretty
the daily.
good.
And I don't think I ever watched this company, so I actually might put this on the list. You know, I may even put it on a primary, given how much we have here today. So yeah, I'll put it on the primary. Let's see where this goes. We'll keep a close eye on it. See if it's worth trading. If you have traded this before in the past, you know, shoot me a message here in chat on YouTube on X. Let me know if you have done this before. Um, eBay has lots of iPod
It's
parts.
amazing.
Go ahead, Peter.
Okay. I'm sure they do. It's just amazing to me, these companies out there. This company is apparently based out of Pennsylvania, Coupang, and they do $33 billion worth of business a year. And I've never really heard of them. Anyways,
Yeah, that's a big
they
chunk.
they're supposed to, but interesting. All their pictures look like they've come out of Asia somewhere. So all the pictures on their website, despite saying that they're based in Pennsylvania. So
Mm,
I don't know what's going on.
yeah. All right. Um, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, look at Corey says they are massive in Korea.
yeah,
So a lot of people know
that
them
would
in
make
Korea.
sense.
Okay. It's just got a headquarters here.
Do
What
you,
it is.
I, it's funny because I bring up their website, Carlos, and you know, like this here, this is like right on their page about us on their website. You got my screen that you could share there, but I just like that shot of I mean that's not a truck that's running in the U.S., right? Like that's got to be a truck running in Asia somewhere.
Yeah, I never seen
So
that
which
baby
makes
truck
sense.
though.
If you're gonna have if you're a 33 billion a company doing 33 billion dollars in sales and you're putting up a website, let me just scroll down and you're gonna put a picture on here of a truck. Are you wouldn't you like find a better picture than this one where it looks like you need a new back wheel? What's going on there? Let's zoom right in there. I gotta sort of see this. Hold on. I think they just
Let's
had a
get in there,
flag.
Peter. Get in
Yeah,
there.
come on, man. Like, do better. What's this? Looks like you just
You know,
stole it off
Peter.
the side of the road.
There's
Just
some companies, man, that
put a
are making
hubcap on it or
so much
something.
money that they probably just don't care. You know, it's just like that. Some companies do that, man. They make so much profit that they're just
Yeah,
not giving too much here. But it looks at the
sure you can
the
get a better
hubcap did
picture
fall
than
off.
that. Anyways,
Oh man,
All right.
awesome, awesome
Now I'm
stuff.
just picking on them, but
Yeah, you're not just picking on. They got a nice website. It's clean.
yeah.
It's nice and
But
clean.
anyways, all right. I know.
I'm gonna have them on my list today. I'm gonna have the small, flat, pop the wheel truck company on my list today. So we'll see where it goes. All right, friends, let's stop here. Peter, gap up list. I see hymns on there. SMCI, Oxy, any of these other ones that you like this morning. What are do you have on deck, or maybe something that's not on here?
You know, I don't know. I always want to trade Etsy, but it just never given an opportunity. So I don't think that's one I'm going to go to. We talked about eBay. You know, those guys are working together right now, selling things to each other. You know, Carlos, all of these, DoorDash, it's another, like all of they're all maybes, but I have very little hope that they're going to give a good trade. So I'm not sure. At this point, I'm not going to put any of them on the list. One that we didn't. Oh, it just went red. Oh, I see, because it's right on the verge there. All right. Well, maybe we'll handle it on the gap down because we do have some other earnings that I was looking at that we could talk about. How about everything's like everything's slightly down. How about Deere and Company? DE. Here's another one that doesn't trade a lot of
DE.
volume. I just watched to see. It's often a good precursor to understand where the economy is going because if they've had strong sales, then you know that like it's usually farm equipment, heavy equipment that they sell. That's usually a good sign for the economy. And they did beat their numbers in quarter, and they actually raised their guidance for the year. So I would consider that a relatively good sign. But the volume is low. It's not tradable. I just, you know, it gives me hope that the economy is not tanking. If Deere and Company starts to show decreased sales, especially going into the spring, then like the next quarter, then be worried, in my opinion. But in any event, so right now it looks like construction is what holds them up over the winter, and that was going well. Other than that, I think we've talked about everything else, Carlos, on the Gapper list that I wanted. Let's see. Let me just check any other earnings. There's a whole bunch of other earnings, but nothing that we can trade. How about Yeti? Do you like
Yeti.
Yeti?
What's the ticker for that? Is it Yeti
Yeti.
as well? Oh,
It's Yeti.
Yeti's
Anyways,
Yeti. Okay.
they just don't get any volume. Again, Yeti is just a fascinating. I have to admit, I've never been a big fan. Fascinating business where you will buy like an $80 mug from Yeti or a cooler, or what do you call a cooler in the States? Is it just a cooler, like a big thing
There's a
you would
cooler.
put
Yeah.
like an ice chest, a cooler? Okay,
Yep.
because it's like called an igloo in Australia, and anyways, they have different terms in different places
Oh,
for it.
nice.
Anyways, but you know, you would buy one from Yeti for like $400 that you could buy
Yeah.
elsewhere for like 100 or $80 or something. Like their prices are ridiculously overpriced. An esky, that's the term. Thank you.
Mm.
In Australia. But anyways, I just that being said, I have this Yeti mug. This one right here,
Yeah. I do
actually a
love their
good mug.
mugs. Their mugs are awesome. I got a couple, and they're just
Yeah,
incredible.
and I have to admit, I took it to the beach and I put my margaritas in it,
Oh
and
yeah.
unfortunately, it's margaritaless right now, which is unfortunate for all of us.
That's
But
sad.
it kept it frozen all day, so I'll give them that. It actually now I can't say that it wouldn't have worked with like my thermos. This is an old thermos brand. How about that one? Would that have worked? I don't know. I didn't bring this one because it was just a little bit bigger, and I figured but I could have had more margarita if I brought this. Next time. Anyways.
There you go. Next time.
All right. So, anyways, Yeti reported earnings. They beat their numbers. They're not trading any volume. We don't care. I digress. All right, let's get back to trading cards. There's actually a bunch of good stuff on the. Well, let's handle Walmart now. I was
Yeah.
going to talk about Walmart, but then they're gapping up and they're gapping down, and anyways,
They're
they're
right on
gapping
the
up again.
borderline. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go to Walmart. Yeah.
they're basically break even. Walmart's fascinating to me because they reported, I mean, their earnings include, of course, the Christmas season, the past quarter, and they said that they had a great season. Remember, we had all the retailers that were saying they were expecting a very depressed holiday season. Well, Walmart's come out of the tail end at the end of the race and said actually it was a very good quarter and they beat their numbers. However, their guidance forward looking was a little bit lower. That being said, they've got more cash than they know what to do with, and they've authorized a $30 billion share buyback. So they say that they are going to reinvest in their own shares, thinking that they're undervalued, which is interesting. Normally, companies go deep onto share buybacks when their stock price is depressed. Let's take a look on a daily chart of Walmart, Carlos. And their stock price is not depressed. In fact, if you invested in Walmart just a couple of years ago, let's say back at the beginning of last year, or even better yet, the year before, you'd be pretty happy right now. For a
Yeah.
retailer to double or triple the price of your stock, you're doing pretty awesome. So interesting that at this price, they're willing to buy back their shares, and they think that's the best use of their investors' dollars to the tune of 30 million. So that being said, there was a whole bunch of like antitrust probes going on for Walmart. Those have all been halted. There's actually 4 that I'm aware of that have all been halted. Antitrust, basically anti-competitive things that they've engaged in. Since the new administration has hit the U.S., all of those have been halted. So they're doing well.
All right, there you go. Walmart doing very, very nice. Normally does not trade very well. Probably I could have them on my list. We got space today. Like today, we got space. So we can put these guys on the secondary list.
Yeah.
I know they're not. Yeah, I know. I know where you're going, Peter. They're not ideal. And I don't
No. think
I ever traded Walmart. I'm not sure if you have.
I have.
You have? How did it go?
Walmart and I don't get along. It was on my do not trade list for many years. So I haven't traded it for years. I mean, it actually looks okay today, but I don't have a proud history with Walmart. So I'm not sure what to do with it. Good volume this morning. 3 million shares traded already. So it's
Yeah.
definitely a possibility. Just be careful. I find it personally tough to trade. I don't know why. It doesn't like me. But the feeling's
Did
mutual.
Walmart move? Did it move from NYSE to Nasdaq? Right? Did that change? Or am I bugging? They're Nasdaq
Might
now.
have.
Were they
might have.
NYSE before?
Maybe.
Or they were doing the other
Could
way. I
be.
forgot what it was. I know it was one of these new
No,
listing
it could be.
ticker.
They're definitely on the Nasdaq now, so it could very well be that they moved.
Oh yeah, so here it is. So if AI is correct, they trade on the New York Stock Exchange since 1972, and they're
Okay.
now December 9th, they move over to Nasdaq. You know what? Could be time for maybe Peter's turning a new leaf here. Let's add Walmart to the list and see if it changes.
Maybe
If
it's
it changes
time.
the way it trades, maybe it's time. It's time. Here it is, Walmart. Welcome to the
Alright.
dark side. I'm gonna add Walmart to the main list and see what we can get out of it today. All right.
I'm not on the
Let's
screen.
continue.
Oh.
What was that?
Oh no, I just don't share the screen with you. I realize there's an X box over my face.
Oh,
It's all
gotcha. All right, BD. Let's look at the gap down. KLAR. We saw this. Was it yesterday or the day before? But we saw this on our list. Didn't trade very well today. They're down 16% here. 2 million shares traded. Float on this one is 218 million. So it's got plenty. Good action today. New York Stock Exchange. Peter, what's the latest and greatest on the Clanark Group? However you say this.
Klarna Group. Yeah, well, this is the first time that they posted a quarter with over $1 billion worth of revenue. So, yay, Klarna. Anyways, they did over, but what did they sell? Software. Okay. Anyways, they again, strong earnings in the quarter, broke $1 billion in quarterly revenue. They've raised their guidance. They are paying down some debt. They did report a little bit softer earnings on the downside, or, sorry, on the bottom line than people were expecting. However, overall, it wasn't really that bad. I mean, again, with revenue higher, I guess it's a little disappointing that they didn't meet their earnings bottom line. But I don't think I've ever tried to trade this, so I don't know what to expect out of it. To be
Yeah.
honest, Carlos, this is a UK-based company. We got 2 million shares traded. They're down 16%. I'm guessing this might be dual traded, which could be problematic, meaning the move could already be done because it was just syncing up with the UK markets, which of course are good 5 hours ahead of us. So,
Yeah.
um,
I like
this,
their pre-market, but again, I'm not sure how well they're going to trade. What's the
but
float on it? Yeah,
I'm
it's a
I'm
large
just
float too.
I'm watching it right now, and over the time we've been speaking, I don't think I've seen a single trade change hands. So whatever's happened, it seems like it's almost over. There you go. There's a couple, but it's all at the same price. So yeah,
Mm.
this is not very active. This will have to pick up momentum significantly, despite the 2 million shares. It looks like that's behind us. It's pretty slow right now.
So
It's
Clark, you're
only U.S.
saying
listed. All
it's
right,
a
Christopher
financial
says that it's.
services, not software. Uh,
Are they?
let's see. I'm looking it up.
They're
Financial.
listed as a software infrastructure company. In
Mm.
let's see.
It's crazy how
Anyways,
so much
whatever they
stuff
do.
is out there, and we have no idea what some all this stuff does. Like companies like Coupang, Coupang running trucks without wheels, making a boatload of money. We never heard of these guys, but they're on our list today. So we'll see what's going on here.
Mm.
Oh, this is like a buy now, pay later. I think, right? Look, paying 4 payments, interest free. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah, so it's a buy
Mm.
now, pay later. Which is again, I see what they
Interesting.
list as a software company, but it's more finance than anything, unless they're making more money off the
Yeah, I
software
see.
than the
They're a credit
actual
provider.
finance.
Okay.
Right, right. So, all right, there you go. All right, friends. Uh, look, I like the pre-market action. I'm not sure how well it's going to trade. We never seen this one before. Maybe a secondary list, guys, at best. Again, we'll put it on here and see what we can get out of it. All right, secondary for that one. Let's continue.
And
We got yeah.
yeah, as was pointed out, they only IPO'd back in looks like September of last year, so they don't have that much history.
Oh, so very
And
new.
wow, they
Yeah.
haven't done well since the IPO. Pretty much straight down. Looks like they IPO'd at about $50 roughly, and
Mm.
they've been straight down ever since. So
Down, down,
yeah,
down. Yeah, not
okay.
not good, not good. Um, let's see here. What else we have? On the list, friends, we got some more here. We got. We're going to get to BDTR. I'm sorry, BTDR. Said that backwards. They are down this morning 15%. 989,000 shares traded. Just look at the drop here. So this morning period looks like something happened or something fell off the shelf here, and it's costing them a nice big drop today.
Yeah, a big secondary offering. They're issuing another $300 million worth of convertible senior notes. And that's dropping the price as they usually do. We don't like trading secondaries because they don't give good trading opportunities usually.
Yeah, those catalysts are not the best, so we'll skip on that one, friends. Let's look at Wayfair. W here. Wayfair is next, and we have traded this one in the past before. 793,000 shares traded. So we're down 13% here. I do like that. I like the daily as well. They don't get a lot of volume, but there are some days where they can, get some movement. Maybe today's one of them, Peter. I see some good volume in the pre-market. Nice drop starting at around 7 here. Anything good coming out of this?
Well, again, they beat their numbers in the last quarter, 3.3 billion, slightly over in revenue by a couple of million, about 40 million.
Oh yeah, you did
And
mention
then
that.
they
Yep.
beat in earnings as well, delivering 85 cents a share versus a 69-cent estimate. So why are they dropping? Well, their full year profitability forecast is a little bit lower than analysts were expecting. So again, they're still showing profitability, they're still showing growth, but as usual, right? If the analysts aren't happy, you usually get punished. And being that their numbers are lower than analysts were anticipating, they are dropping. Now, they're dropping from recent gains, right? Over the course of the latter half of last year, They actually had risen up quite nicely, and this is like a missed opportunity in my opinion over the pandemic, because this is a stock that had gone over the course of the pandemic from something like, I can't remember what it was, like 30 or 40 bucks up to 300 or almost $400, 350 bucks. So it was like a huge gainer, especially for a company that sells sofas. But
Hmm.
people were buying stuff like crazy over the pandemic. You're sitting at home, you're looking around and saying, my stuff sucks. And Wayfair's like, well, ship it to you. If you don't like it, ship it back. And
Yeah.
if anybody's used Wayfair, they had what was at the time, now we take it for granted, but the time was fairly innovative model where often you could get something shipped, and if you're like, I don't like it, and they're like, all right, we'll credit your account, and you're like, well, where do I ship it to? They're like, don't bother. So you basically got it for free and got to keep it, because they're like, the cost of them to, pay for the
Yeah.
shipping to get it returned, re-inventory the thing, have to evaluate it to make sure it's usable again. They're like, forget it. Screw it. We'll give you your money back. Keep it.
Yeah.
So,
I bought
uh,
the weirdest thing I bought online, not from here, was a mattress, Peter. I bought a mattress online, came in nice and perfectly, and I was looking, okay, what's the return policy? If I don't want this, how am I getting this to a store to ship it back? And one of the things was like, no, it's just go donate it to a place, donate it, and come and give us back the receipt that you donated, and we'll give you a credit. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. So some companies even want you to just donate. Like
yeah.
it costs them so much to bring stuff back that they rather
Oh,
take the
yeah.
loss on it.
Well,
It's just
especially those the foam core mattresses, right? That come all like vacuum sealed in the little packages, and you open it up and it like kills you because the thing like explodes open. Like, what are you
I
gonna do
see
with that?
that.
You're not getting it back in the
You're not
box
putting it back
ever.
in there.
No, never.
Uh,
So
everything that comes, it's so funny, man. Everything that comes in a package, you're not getting it back in. That thing is folded like with
yeah.
PSI pressure from who knows how many thousands of pounds. You're not getting it back in there. It's not happening.
Yeah. No,
Oh
never.
boy.
So
Mm.
anyway.
All right, friends. Wayfair. I do you like it, Peter? It's gonna be on your list.
I no, I've tried to trade this in the past. It's always been very strange to trade, very strange. So the volume's relatively low. It typically only gets about 3.5 million shares a day. While, like you said, we're sitting on 780,000 shares traded. It's not moving right now. It's a NYSE stock. There's just a lot of things weighing against it. So short answer, I won't really be watching it. I might flip back to it midday just to see what it's doing. But no, I don't plan to watch it, especially not at the open.
Awesome. All right, friends. Let's stop here. Peter, anything else you like off the gap down list this morning, or anything that might not be on here?
Well, you covered some of the ones I want to talk about. We haven't talked about Carvana yet, have we?
No, no. Let's do that.
CDNA. So there you go. That was the big one I would say that we were watching last night for earnings. And boy, just flip to a 5 minute chart and take a look what happened after the close. I was thinking, I just had this gut feel that it was going to be lower. Did I know that? No, but I was thinking if I just taken 20 shares of this thing, it would have been a
Yeah,
risk, but I could have. That'd be like $80. That'd be $1,600 easy right there. Just
yeah.
anyways. Yeah, what a drop. Carvana just tanked right out of the gate. Made a little bit of a recovery. Their results weren't that bad, but I was expecting it to be lower. They delivered 20.3 billion in revenue, 1.9 billion in net income. They showed some growth. But basically their forward-looking estimate is lower. And they say that right now they're going to be looking at a potential management restructuring. And that's never good when a company feels that they need to restructure. They need to restructure to maintain profitability and to position for scalability. So usually that's a whole bunch of BS for a company saying things aren't working well, and we got to sort of readjust. Remember, they've done this several times in the past. The pandemic, they actually overextended themselves by getting into an inventory that they couldn't sell. They've fixed that problem a couple of years ago, but they had this massive car inventory that they'd overpaid for that they couldn't manage. They sort of got through that. Then they had to. I think they'd built too many facilities that they couldn't complete. They had all these half-completed facilities. They are cool, by the way. Have you seen one of their automated car delivery towers. Anyways, I've seen a
Yeah.
couple of them. There's one in Vegas. There's one in where's the other
One
one? I
in
saw San.
PA. I saw one in PA, I believe.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
have not seen it though actually work. Have not seen it bring the car down.
True.
That would be
I've
cool.
seen it. I've seen a couple of them off highways, right? Because they do a good job
Right.
of positioning them where you can see them from the road. But I've never actually seen them in operation. Like I can't believe that they're profitable. They look cool, but yeah, they seem like a giant ad. Really, is what it is.
Yeah,
Very,
it's a
very
giant
expensive ad.
billboard ad, right?
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So,
Anyways,
um, yeah,
uh, but because of these things that they've done, they've had to restructure several times. Looks like they're going to be doing it again. So yeah, Carvana's down. Of all the stuff we've talked about, it's the one I sort of like the best for trading. I actually was watching a couple of members trade this a little bit earlier, just as we were starting the show. A couple people got long and they managed to catch the pop where it had popped up about $10-12 here. If you look at that, around 840 or so. So a little bit of a move, and I think it's going to continue. So it's my favorite of all the stuff we're watching. It's also a nicey stock, though. Keep that in mind. So probably of the stuff we've talked about, Carlos, Carvana and Walmart are my two favorite. Um, and actually, I think we managed in the process here to cover all the other earnings I wanted. There was earnings. Well, interestingly, there were earnings from Majestic Silver. We talked about these guys yesterday. AG, I think they were on our list yesterday. Oddly, that they're not even here today when they have earnings. What I think there's like some challenge with their numbers here because the numbers that I'm seeing reported have their revenue significantly lower than the guidance, and I can't believe that's the case when silver prices have been so high. They got to be surely you got to be digging like crazy, right? Like how could your earnings be lower than anticipated? Um,
mm,
so anyway, so there seems to be an issue because they reported revenue of 463.9 million in the period, but I see the analyst was anticipating revenue at 1.2 billion. So how do you only do a third of that? Feels
yeah,
like something's way off there. Anyways, they're gapping down. If you're interested, take a look at that. I know silver prices are stable though. This $70, well, at least on SLV that I watch, is where it's stabilized. So it looks like silver prices at least have stopped going down, as have gold in the last few days. So
mm-hmm, yep. All right, there you have it, friends. Not a whole lot coming off this thing. We got a couple that might be worth it. Like Carvana looks great today. Even Walmart, I gotta say, Walmart looks good. We'll see how it trades again. I don't think I have
okay, Carla,
looked at this. Yep,
you're digitizing. Yeah, you got a robot
digitizing.
voice.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is it just Carlos or does my voice sound like that too?
No, I think some of my cables are crossing here.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know when it
Okay.
decides to do that and when it doesn't.
Just,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, yeah, let's see what we can get. Friends, let's head over to beveragetraders.com where you can see what's happening for the next 2 weeks. Then we'll come back and we'll do some levels here. But let's head over to beveragetraders.com. You click on webinars and you can see what's happening for the next 2 weeks. Today's Thursday. I know that for a fact because I took out the garbage early this morning on Thursdays, and hopefully that took all the bad
Hey,
trades that could have possibly came in our way today. So yeah, Peter, what's going on for today?
well, that's good. So you got the garbage out in time today. You don't have to run out and go do that. That's no. It's going to throw off my Thursday. I'm used to you having to disappear. Anyways, all right. We actually have a few changes here today, guys. A couple things that are changing. So the trend trading mentorship should be okay. That's happening 11 o'clock with Lenny. At noon, we normally have the options trading. Jared needs to push that to 2 o'clock. So that's going to be at 2 o'clock today. So 11 and 2 are our sessions, and our regular mainstay, the usual evening 8 p.m. Thor's Day mentorship. Unfortunately, Thor's got to cancel today, so there will be no mentorship tonight. So we're not doing that tonight. You get a night off. You can go review your journal. You are journaling, right? Yeah. So review your journal, take a look, maybe get some peers to take a look at your trades. Unfortunately, we won't have Thor to do that this evening. So today, our only sessions are at 11 and 2 p.m. Okay, so that's our scheduled time for that. Um, and Raf is proposing that Thor's out shopping for private jets. Maybe he is. It could very well be. I don't know. But anyways, whatever it is, he can't. he can't make it. If he does get a G2, I only hope that we get an invite, Carlos, you and I, at least once to go on. I'd like to party on a private jet. Never actually
Absolutely,
flown a
man.
private jet myself, despite all the things I've done in my life. Never been on
Yeah.
a private jet. So
Yeah, yeah. It's I've been inside a parked one. My brother's the one that he takes care of his hangar. I've been in there. They're nice, man. They're awesome.
One of my a couple of my clients were airplane manufacturers. I visited the Cessna plant and actually Bell Helicopter. Boeing was another client of mine. So I've had a chance to visit like private, where they actually bring in like the billionaires and custom design the jets. I've been to the showroom where they do that. Very impressive. It's really quite cool. But I've never actually been in a real live one. So.
Yeah, I've been in the Gulfstream factory, and because my brother's jet was getting maintenance there, they do it every year. Man, it is nice, but they didn't let us take any pictures. You're not allowed to take pictures while you're in the maintenance area of the jets. Yeah, so I don't have anything to show for it, but it was an awesome experience. All right, friends, let's finish up here. Here's how you can join. Ooh, that's still there, guys. We're just gonna let you know exactly what to do now.
Oh, look at that. Well, it's still there, so we will honor it. So take advantage while you can. If you want to join, this Valentine's Day sale is apparently still operating because we've got it right here. We will commit to deliver that for you. That's a 50% discount off the Elite annual price. In addition, you also get a free funded trading account. So that's a better than 50% off deal. It's a fantastic opportunity. Hopefully, you'll go to the website, bearabletraders.com, take advantage of that. It's a great deal. I know we had a couple questions, Carlos, this morning about how the account works. Really, we want everybody to be successful. We just don't want people to game it. Every once in a while, you get people who are just joining, just to try and suck money out of us. And that's not the intent. The intent is to build good trading habits and demonstrate to people the art of the possible. So if you want to join with that free funded trading account, you just have to follow the rules, which really aren't that onerous. And you should be able to, see hopefully some trading success. All right. So, Carlos, why don't we set some levels? We're getting close to the open now. We're only 6.5 minutes away. So,
yeah,
we're gonna do this.
Yeah, we're gonna do this quick here. Then we'll let you know what our people are watching. Let's start with CPNG friends on deck this morning. Again, I don't think we ever traded this stock or ever looked at it, so it'll be exciting to see what comes out of it. High of the pre-market 1969. The low is pretty much where the previous day closes. We're not going to worry too much about that. And then towards the bottom, you got plenty of levels. I'm not going to add anything else on here. We are pretty good here. We're going to move over to the top at 2099, 2098, a good level there. And I think once you do that, you're set. And even in here, you have a lot of days slamming inside 2018. So a good level there as well off the daily. All right, friends. Next is Walmart. Is this all-time high for Walmart? That 135 looks like it is, right? We've been crushing it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Sure so we're just off the all-time highs here, friends, at around 135ish or so. Towards the top, plenty of levels. I am going to mark some areas that might not be covered by the highs and lows. 131.59, just in case you do decide to push up. Pre-market high, pretty much a pre-market daily low from 2 days ago, so you're set there. Towards the bottom, the low of the day, 121.90. You got a minor area here, 124.07. And as we mentioned before, I don't think we looked at Walmart after it's been in the change from New York nicely to the Nasdaq. So looking forward to see if that has changed or caused any volume increase. We'll see. We'll see what it does here. So that looking really nice right now. And then towards the bottom, below that pre-market low, just in case we do drop, 119.24 is a good level for it. Let's look at Carvana. Great, beautiful pre-market action on Carvana, guys. This looks really nice, and it's recovering nicely. Carvana is one of my favorite ones today, Peter. I'm glad you mentioned this one. Love the pre-market, friends. It's down at 298.75. Pre-market high is being set right now, so it continues to push higher. And then here you have the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. We're going to move to the left here and try to pick up some levels as we get close to the market open in 5 minutes. Brian and Andrew with you in just a second here. High of the below the above the low of the pre-market, 322.93 is the level there. And once you do that, I think you're pretty set. Man, this pre-market action looks really nice. That's all I have for now. I'm probably going to add some of our usual suspect, Tesla and NVIDIA, maybe AMD. We'll do that in just a second. But now Peter's going to tell you what our team is watching.
Yeah, our team is trying to get their list in, starting with me. I've got my list in watching Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, PLTR, Carvana, and Walmart. talked about, well, most of those. We didn't talk about some of the basics today. Didn't even talk about semis. They're not doing anything particularly awesome, but always in play. Jared is going to be watching Walmart, Carvana, DoorDash, PLTR, eBay, and FIG. What the heck is FIG? Okay. Figma Inc. All right. He'll be watching that. Megan is going to be watching PLTR, Amazon, and Carvana. Eamon's got his list. He's looking at Netflix and Micron for some potential longs. Brian will be trading live Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, and PLTR. So sticking with the basics today surprises me. Normally Brian likes to get in a couple of the other ones. And Andrew, in with his list, he's going to be keeping an eye on Walmart, PLTR, Carvana, SMCI, and Tesla. So whatever you pick, trade smart, guys. Again, remember what happened yesterday at the open. Again, who knows what's going to happen today, but I think caution is warranted. This market is still in a sideways range, right? So you just have to look at the overall market indices, whether you look at the SPY or the Qs, to know we're still in this tight range here. So it means there's going to be a little bit of uncertainty as we pick a direction or not today. But I'm going to take it cautious. We got just under 3 minutes. Let's get her started. Let's get her going.
Absolutely, friends. Take care. See you guys a little bit later. All right, let's continue here on X and YouTube with our good buddies as we get ready for the market open. Brian and Andrew setting up nicely here. Switching things up here, guys. 1 second. All right, we get our 1 minute and our 5 minute. A couple of great questions. We couldn't get to all of them today, but we will throughout the trading morning. A little bit after, we'll get into all those questions on how the funded account works. We could get into that. What does my brother do? He works for billionaires, man. People that own jets, like G6 type stuff. So he does very well in Florida. But it's fun, man. Like, he got into the field that he actually loves since he was like a kid. You know, if you could find what you love from like an early age, it's the best, right? So he's been in aviation forever. Peter, remember when we did the it was in Vancouver? You did the pictures of everybody that had a name Carlos Moreta on the stage for me. You tried to Google me, you couldn't find me. One of those pictures was my brother.
Yes, you mentioned that.
Yeah. One of those pictures, I'm like, oh, you picked up my brother there. so yeah, it was funny. That was good. But yeah,
he has the same name.
Same name.
I remember that.
Same name. Yes.
Okay, that's
same name.
That must be tough around the house. How did they call you?
It was great when I cut school. It was awesome because it was like, it was him. We're 2 years apart, so it's like, you know, just point the finger at each other, and it's kind of lessened the punishment.
Nobody knows what's going on.
Exactly.
Okay. Is your dad named Carlos too?
He's named Carlos too. My youngest brother was the one that my mom said enough. She was like, that's it. So wow. He's not named Carlos.
That's a lot of Carlos going on.
It is. Okay.
All right. I get
Badges Singh. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. Happy to have you. Thanks for joining, and good luck today on the funded account giveaway that we'll do shortly this morning. So welcome.
Walmart, Carvana, Etsy, W. I don't know what all these things are just.
All right, here it is. Here's the bell, friends. Let's get to it.
Why didn't I get an opening bell? Where's my bell? I got no bell. All right. It's okay. We got it anyways. Oh, today, Tesla. Today you're going to drop for me, Tesla. Look at that. That's what I wanted yesterday.
Going to add Tesla to the list here, friends, too. Tesla right on here. Going to add that there.
Oh, and you know what I have to open here? I've got to get the Atlas going.
All right, where is the action? Where's my X friends? Where's my friends on X? I don't see the chat. AKA VIP Lounge. They came up with that name.
Apple, of course. Everything's dropping. Apple's going up.
always opposite of everything that's going on.
It seems to be reliable in that respect. Yeah. All right. NVIDIA's popping up now.
Ooh, Tesla, Walmart.
Andrew's going short PLTR.
Andrew's been
That's right.
loving the PLTR.
Yeah.
He's been loving PLTR.
Got to pop higher on NVIDIA. The orders, oh, I should have, the short on that pop would have been perfect, but I didn't jump in. What are we getting here? Still getting a market that's
Walmart. Yes, it's light volume, still trading different. Or like here's Carvana doing some stuff, Tesla coming back. Sold off a couple of bucks, right back to VWAP. If you're trading Tesla, you got to give it space, guys. Give it room.
no kidding. We learned
Looks
that
weak.
yesterday.
Looks weak. Why is it? What are your thoughts, Peter? Let's get Tesla on the trading terminal list. Market Atlas. Not seeing anything yet, friends. Yeah, Jab, I do see that. Volume overall seems a little bit lighter. Could be because of the tickets we're watching, except for Tesla. Tesla, you can see, is getting good volume here for the most part. Looks like it wants to be a great short today. Can't chase it here, though. For me, I need a strategy, so I'm going to wait maybe for a 5-minute RB. Pull back to the VWAP, show some weakness. Hopefully, Atlas is aligned. Hopefully, the SPY is aligned as well. What is the SPY doing right now?
I got nothing clear.
And friends, be patient. So what happened yesterday? We got I got stopped out on the first trade on NVIDIA. 30 minutes later, 10 o'clock, both Peter and I got amazing move. Him on NVIDIA and me on Tesla. So just wait, be patient. We'll get the setup. Actually, Tesla was on the funded account, Apple on the actual account.
Yeah, you're trading Apple. That was what I remember. Yeah, Apple Live.
Apple, yeah. Took a while. Got there eventually, but man, it took a while.
That it did.
Yeah. All right, not loving anything. Yes, we come up to minute 5 in about 40 seconds here. Carvana losing some ground. Please stay near the VWAP if you're going to go short, so we can join that party. Oh, the spread. I just noticed a spread on Carvana. It is nasty. It went up as much as $3. That can't be right. I saw that wrong. That cannot be right.
It's sitting at $1, $2. It's $2 right, $1.87 right now.
I saw 334 to 331 at one point. I'm like, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, that's
look right there. You saw that 335. Yeah, that's not good. It went from 332 to 335. That is, that's too much. Yeah. Even if you take less shares, $3 spread, nah, no way, man.
Especially not when you can trade Tesla, which is at an equivalent price, and it's trading at a 20-cent spread.
Yeah, it's not worth it. And not just because you can always manage your risk. You can always take less shares. You can always put your stop wider and take less shares, even with a spread being bad. But the problem is the price action then is just messy too. Like it's very hard to read the price action. So keep that in mind. Look how clean Tesla is.
Darn it.
Oh, Tesla's good, guys.
Darn it.
I'm assuming you did not take that short there.
No, I'm watching NVIDIA actually, and NVIDIA just broke the low of day. NVIDIA's tough. I was short biased on NVIDIA. I was really hoping to get one last pop to 187.30, and then I could get a short up there. But it was just It was too rough for me. So
Yeah.
all right. No open trades at this point for me. Let's see if we can get, like you said, a good VWAP pullback.
Oh, Tesla. Tesla did the pullback. I missed it. I missed Tesla here.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the low of the day now. So it did a nice 5-minute ORB breakdown. You can see it clearly here on the 5-minute ORB. Very nice.
NVIDIA.
Carvana's
Oh well.
messy. Walmart's
We're both
messy.
we could both regret the trades we didn't get this morning, Carlos.
Yeah. Uh, JC Trader, that was a good trade, man. Tesla for VWAP, that was a good trade. And I was looking for it. I don't know, I got distracted or just, I don't know, didn't pay attention to it. But that was what I was looking for, that pullback and then the drop here for the 5-minute breakdown. And let's see if, right now, you at least got a partial. I would have had a partial right now. Let's see if it's going to really make us some money. So that would have been a partial there around 404.25. And let's see if you're going to get the drop. You get the drop down to 402, 403, then we're cooking. But really holding here.
Let's see. See if Andrew can work the magic again today. I think he's just said he's trading SMCI.
SMCI was another one that you guys mentioned too.
I don't see it doing anything myself, but I don't often see it. It doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. SMCI, it's got a nice pre-market. Had a nice pre-market. Let's see if it breaks the high of the day. That could be a good 5-minute ORB as well. That's setting up pretty nice right now. For a 5-minute range breakout too. What does the daily look like on this thing? Yeah, gap up. 31.85, 32. You got a couple of levels up there. AMD, ugly. NVIDIA, still with these ugly wicks at the market open. NVIDIA, right? We saw some of that yesterday as well. Or the day before, I can't remember. Just very wicky. What about MU? MU was beautiful yesterday. Nothing today. Carvana losing the VWAP here, friends. Just again, the spread on this thing is just brutal. CPNG garbage. It just didn't get no volume whatsoever. PLTR above the VWAP could be something. Gonna take a look at that on Atlas, see if we have anything going on for it. PLTR. I don't see any. It looks bearish more than anything.
Yeah, it does, and it has all morning. It's got a whole bunch of orders sitting at 131, and not a lot else that's populated. I'm looking at the Atlas on PLTR. It just doesn't seem to be. It just doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot there. The pattern looks good though here for a VWAP breakout, but the data is not confirming it. We need more. We need more.
NVIDIA just popped up to the VWAP and bounced off of it quite hard. Oh no, I just got my property tax bill.
Enjoy. How hard are the taxes in Canada? Are they like relatively expensive overall, or just?
I don't know. I don't know what property tax is elsewhere, and I guess it depends, right? What's included in your property tax and what's
true.
What other bills you have to pay. Mine has gone up a lot. When I bought this house, I think I was paying about $3,000 a year in property tax. Now it's up to $7,000. It's the same house, nothing's changed, but that's pretty significant.
The government just wants more money.
Yeah.
So I want to see if Florida pulls this off. This no property tax in Florida. If they pull that off, man, that is going to be the floodgates are going to open. They're open already. People are trying to get away from the code. PLTR is going to go. PLTR. PLTR 5 minute. What is this? 5 minute? Nah, it's a VR breakout. That's what it is. Oh, man. Yeah, it's going. PLTR. It's got the best setup. Spy's not doing anything. Maybe we trade this in our funded account. Spy's just sideways here. There's the drop on PLTR. Oh, maybe not. I was talking with our P Capital group yesterday. So we were doing one of our courses, our classes for the 5 minute ORB. And we're going through a very tough stretch for the 5 minute ORB. Like there has not been a lot of great setups. And that's one of the cons of that strategy that, you could go through a stretch where it's just not great. And when the market's been all choppy at the open at first, those first couple of minutes, that 5 minute ORB becomes a lot tougher to find. So just be patient. That's one of your strategies. Be patient. We're going through a stretch where you'll get like a partial, but then you don't get the good continuation breakout that gives you the money, right? That's the one that pays for all the losses. You're not getting that in a lot of these setups. So be patient. But the VI breakout's working out very nice. So be patient. If 5 minute ORB is one of your setups. Learn the art of AI. Red day out. Yeah. Yep.
I don't have any open trades here. There was some
Same.
opportunity. I've been watching NVIDIA all morning. It wasn't that bad for a short. I myself didn't get the entry that I was looking for. So AMD's been choppy. PLTR is confusing to me, Carlos. I know you were looking at it.
Yeah, I'm still looking at it. Yeah.
Andrew tried to trade it short off the open, and that didn't work out. And I know you were looking at it for a long. I find it. Yeah, I don't find it clear.
It's messy. Yeah, it's messy. And I'm glad I was close to taking it long, and I'm glad I did it because it just keeps coming back to that 130, 32.90 area, and it just doesn't have the juice. I don't know. And maybe it could be because of SPY. Partly could be because of SPY. It's just going somewhat sideways here a little bit. There it is too. PLTR looking to break. But then I'm looking at the Atlas. I'm not getting the warm and fuzzy for PLTR. So it's not like I'm not getting. If to me it looks, again, I look at PLTR and it looks more bearish than bullish. So I'm not inclined to take it long here. Not saying it's not gonna work, but it doesn't look bullish to me on some of the signals I'm looking for. Tesla. Oh, Tesla. Yeah, right here at the VWAP. It's a nice break. Failing.
Yeah, it looks choppy to me. Tesla.
Yeah, failing.
Unfortunately, it broke through the VWAP, but look how much the VWAP has trended down. Right, this break area didn't actually go over the last time it broke through VWAP when VWAP was at a higher back at 933, right in the opening minutes.
Oh so yeah, here.
It's just. I actually back a little bit further, even right there. Yeah, see how
look
it's
at
all
that
in the
drop.
same area.
Oof.
Yeah, so
oof.
So that's a warning. That's
Friends,
danger.
Let's sit on the hands. Let's wait. There's no need to rush this. As you sit on your hands and wait for the good setup, I'll give you something to do. If your fingers are itching, go ahead and hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. At least you can keep your fingers warm when you actually have to hit the button to take a trade. But don't hit the button now because it is looking ugly out there. Wow. But yeah, hit that thumbs up. Practice there. I'll do it myself here as well. And we're just gonna hang tight here, man. Again, we saw what happened yesterday. 10 o'clock. just the market started trending, and we got so many good and clean opportunities. So just save the ammo, especially if you're a new trader. I know there's a couple of new traders starting their funded account in chat. So congrats.
Wow.
Wait for
Look at that
good
candle on the
opportunities.
PNV Coupang. Yeah, look at the spire of the Qs, Carlos. No wonder we're getting these weird moves. Look at that, like
Yeah.
just
Yep.
a minute ago, that down candle.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that big red candle. No wonder your
Yep.
Tesla failed, right? When it broke
Yeah.
through VWAP.
Look at it back up again. How do you trade
I
this?
know.
You don't.
I know. Yeah.
You don't, my friends. Careful, careful.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm gonna actually go now. If you're scalping, like I can see Andrew taking a long right here. He's so good at that, right? A quick entry. I prefer the pullback, but I can see him getting in long here for that break.
Mm.
And that works for him, right? But if you don't trade that way, it could be a little bit tough. So wait for the setup. FSLY, what do we got going on? FSLY. Yeah, do you guys see anything that's actually trading different than what the market is doing? FSLY, pretty much doing what the market is, right? You got the drop here. We talked about the pop, and now we'll see what it does here. I don't see a setup for a breakout. It did get a nice engulfing on the 5-minute above the previous day close. We would have got $1. Not even. About 60 cents out of this. You see it here, right? Nice engulfing. Got the previous day close here. Nice breakout. The push up. Excellent. I don't know if you would have survived this though, because this drop is pretty significant. When the SPY drop, it would have probably stopped you out of break even depending on your entry. So, but for me, I don't see a trade on it right now. For me personally, Carvana is low volume, but just grinding higher. The spreads got a little better, 60 cents, but it scared the crap out of me when yeah, there it is, $2 spread again. Yeah, see, it's just not good. It goes from 70 cents to $2. That's just too much for my blood.
Too much.
Yeah.
So, unlike yesterday, neither Carlos or I have trades yet today, so that's good. We're being patient with it. I'm pretty happy with us both, Carlos.
Yeah, we're being disciplined. It's gonna go on the brownie points for our discipline today.
Yeah, exactly. We'll give ourselves a little pat on the back.
There you go.
Good way to go, us.
Yes. And we'll get something. Just gonna make it count. Look at NVIDIA's wicks on the 5-minute.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, it's big downside wicks, isn't it? It's very interesting. Look at those candles.
Yeah, I like them if they're gonna go long. I like that. I like that buying pressure you're getting there, but we need a long signal first.
It's a very strange looking chart for NVIDIA. It's like almost artificially clean, and those candles all look the same. Almost, it's weird. It's a little strange, but
let's see what is closest here. In about 10 seconds. See how this candle closes. All right, here it is. 9:50. We're just 20 minutes in. I know it feels like a lifetime if you're new. I remember, 5 minutes felt like forever, but just 20 minutes, guys. That's it. We could do it.
Yeah, we can do
Hims.
it. You can do it.
Hims. Yeah, Hims got the breakout. It did the breakout here already. I don't know if I would have taken this, but the pattern itself is really nice. Breakout candle, pullback, confirmation right in here. So stop 1605. Doesn't move much though. All right, you give it 1605. You're up 15. Not even less than 15 cents here. That's a good pop there. There it is. The pattern is great though. Pattern is really nice. So good catch in the pattern here on Hims. Get to 1640. Now we're talking. You took this trade.
Carvana was overlapping. Let's see what else we got. What else is on our list? Etsy. Walmart looks actually pretty clean. It hasn't gone anywhere, but at least the price action isn't as
Yeah.
overlapping as the rest. Carvana recovering a little bit here.
From Etsy to Dash. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know how you would trade this. We love rents. We love rents, Phoebe. But yeah, I wouldn't have traded Dash either. I mean, it just doesn't look good. Wow, one of those days where there's really nothing. Like Carvana is the only one breaking out, but this spread is just not tradable. For me, Tesla. Okay,
Yeah.
Tesla's trying to do something.
NVIDIA's back up above the VWAP.
And again, it is just following the SPY, guys. Like the SPY is breaking out, so you see some of the stuff trying to break out now. Hood doing some stuff. Coin as well. Both Hood and Coin did break out if you're watching those. But
Carlos, this is a different one, but DoorDash was one of the ones we were looking at this morning.
yeah, I see. Yeah, I don't know,
Above
man.
the VWAP here.
Yeah.
It's not moving much though. It looks pretty slow.
Yeah. Spread's not too bad. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. The pattern's there. Like here it is. Here's the VWAP breakout.
And NVIDIA's pushed really up above VWAP here.
Yeah, friends, we're aware. I think
here?
Atlas.
Yeah, Atlas seems to have crashed.
Crashed here, so I'm sure they're working on that. Maybe we take Dash on the funded account. Today's a funded account day. I don't love what I'm seeing. I'm gonna go to funded account. Let's trade there. Let's see. Spot Nvidia's moving though. Hold on. PLTR. PLTR actually is breaking out. Tesla did actually break out. Yeah, babe, no fumbling. No fumbling, that's for sure. NVIDIA did not pull back, just took off on us. On me, at least. Dash. Oh, man. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Tesla. Yeah, I not seeing anything, friends. Hopefully you guys are having a much more active morning. MU rejecting the VWAP here. PLTR is going. PLTR. Why could you look better earlier? All right, NVIDIA. Yeah, I don't. And PLTR is gone. Dash. Took a small on PLTR, very nice. Amazon long. I'm in AMD. MU up and away. Really? Did it come back? It's trying. It's trying. It's trying to get back up above the VWAP here. Man,
Tesla,
NVIDIA looks good.
Tesla. Oh,
PLTR
look
looks
at that.
good. But if I get in here, I know I'm chasing. I know I'm chasing if I get into NVIDIA and then PLTR. PLTR is for sure. NVIDIA, not so much. We do have a
Yeah.
possible breakout here from the pre-market open.
And
But
Carlos,
just,
you called Tesla as it was breaking. Just you just didn't have the
yeah,
confidence in it, and I can understand that after
yeah,
how it looked
yeah.
this morning. That's a tough one. That's a tough
I
one
mean,
because
it was completely following the SPY, and if you don't time these things
yeah,
correctly, then you could get screwed, right? If the SPY decides to drop like it did here, you saw the drop when it happened here, messed things up, and
that's
it
it,
came
right?
back up, and now everything is just following the SPY. So
Yeah.
it's kind of tough to find opportunities like that. And the only trade I possibly see is Dash for this breakout trade for me right now. Um,
And guys, this is a good example of the type of market where there are moves, and it's easy to look in hindsight at a chart and say, "Oh my God, look at that opportunity! Why is everybody getting these and I'm not?" But Carlos and I are sitting here, and neither one of us have taken a trade. It's not, often it's not as easy as it looks on the final product, right? It's easy to look at a chart,
yeah,
even 10 minutes in arrears, and say, "Oh, look at that move." So simple. But, you have to sort of know what led into it and how you got there. And it's a big challenge for new traders, right? Because it's so tempting to look back at a chart and berate yourself for not being good, for missing it. It's not often that easy. Some days it's obvious, right? And then it's just a decision to take it or not. I would argue today is one of those days where it's not quite so obvious. So.
yeah, it is not. Um,
No, so beat nuts, good question. No, I don't care if it's independent of the spy or not. In fact, I don't mind if it's moving with the spy. That's good because then if the spy or the cues are moving in a solid direction, it can give me a little more confidence this is also going to go with it. So most of the stuff that frankly I trade, right? NVIDIA, Tesla, AMD, they make up a good percentage of those indices. So they're almost by definition going to move with them. So I personally don't mind at all if they're moving in same direction, same chart pattern.
oh boy, oh boy,
Yeah.
give me something. Let's try it. Let's see. Dash is pulling back. I might try Dash long for the VWAP breakout if it comes back here on my funded account. Let's see. I might try that. It's gotta hold the VWAP here. So it's doing this retest. If it doesn't, then it's not good. Let's see. Oh, see. Ooh, glad I didn't get in that one. Look at that go. Ouch. Look at that go. And again, this is it. See, it's not independent. This is not trading independent. See a side by side here in trading terminal, guys. Look at it. It's just not trading on its own. So you got a nice breakout pattern that I would have taken here, but this look at this garbage, man. So that makes it tough. Nvidia. All right, maybe we're gonna have a sell up type day. MU at the VWAP, yeah, MU at the VWAP now, but I think the SPY is gonna pull it down. I think. So I got it on my other screen here. I think the SPY is gonna bring it down. Unless you shoot back up, you might not get a nice clean break out of MU. Ah, 27 and 331. Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, take a break. Like if if because you also got to save your mental bandwidth, right? Because although we haven't taken a trade, we're hunting, man. We're hunting. When you're hunting, you're searching, you're looking, your brain is working. Actually, it's working more than when you're actually in a trade, because you're processing, analyzing. Is that it? And you're going through tickers. It's actually more tiring than being in a
That's
trade. When I'm
true.
in a trade, I know exactly what I need to do already. It's easy. So here's the plan.
Yeah.
You know,
You've already made the decision. Yeah,
I'm
you're locked
looking
and
at
loaded. That's
four
true.
different
That's
tickers. I'm
true.
flipping, I'm switching, I'm analyzing. Is this it? Where's the stop? Where's the entry? Where's the potential profit? What's the SPY doing? Like, this is tiring, you know? So, so yeah, much easier to be in a trade already.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny. You're absolutely right. Because you've already done all the work, all the analysis by that point.
Yeah,
It's like, sort of like my money's on the table. It's
that's
up to
it.
the fates.
Yeah.
Whatever's gonna happen will happen.
Let's see the flop. The other cards.
Yeah.
Oh, SPY's coming back up. We have an additional thing listening to you. That's true, David. You got more to process.
Yeah.
That's true. Although a lot of people they mute the chat, right? They'll come in for the pre-market analysis. Then when it's time to trade, they'll mute it, because they want to focus in, and I can see that starting out. It's a lot to process. All right, MU is getting the break here, friends, above the VWAP now. MU's doing some stuff. NVDA hit the VWAP, bounced off of it here. Carvana, nothing. Walmart, not much. CPNG died. Dead in the water. It's just nothing happening here.
Dead in the water.
Oh, yeah. Clark did drop, but lost a lot of steam here at the moment. PLTR just hitting his head against the previous day close here. And Dash collapsed, fell. All right, looks like SPY's gonna go for another run. I'm trying to see where's the best party at. Um, MU. MU. At least pull back, MU, please. Like, I'm not getting my clean break, pullback, confirmation candles on these breakouts. Carlos, I entered Walmart at the 50 moving average, but it was so far from VUF, so my stop loss isn't optimal. What's the rule for 50 RB and VWAP distance? Yeah, if you're that far out, then you need a different stop, right? Sometimes the VWAP doesn't make sense depending where you're getting in. So for Walmart, yes, if you're getting in here, getting off of this, right? Yeah, you can make your stop on a technical level. Maybe I'm not sure where your entry is, but you got a level here, which I believe is the high and lows of the last 2 trading days. You have the low of the day. So some other levels you want to pick. You don't need to use the VWAP for something like that. You know, it's too far out. And I've done that before where I like the way something is moving, and we won't use the VWAP as the actual stop loss, right? Chris, yes. All right, let's see. 10:05, my friends.
Gold medal game today.
Oh, Dash might be doing a law of the day breakdown here, guys. This is not looking good. It's really lost some ground. It's heading towards the low of the day at 175.16. I don't normally trade that, but this is looking rather weak. What's the SPY mess up some longs right now? if it goes down to 684.75, 684.50, watch it mess up some long opportunities.
Watch it mess them up. I like how.
Oh. I already see it.
Wow, Tesla really made a good move there, up through 410. I mean, obviously it's pulled back from that now, but even Nvidia, that bounce off of the VWAP. Hmm.
No, the funded account, Chris, it's the same time. The funded account has 10:06, 10:06:20. Yeah, same time. Same time as market time.
You're short from 183. That's a bold short there
On Dash.
Dash.
Oh,
If you got in above the
yeah.
VWAP to go short, I mean, yeah, it's working out, but wow, that's a bold move.
It is. I like Dash short, man. I think we're gonna go lower. I'm gonna take a trade here on my funded account. I should take it on my live account because I believe it's going to go short. This will be a love that they breakdown, which again I normally don't trade, and they're got to be careful because this could also be an area of support. So your stop got to be a little bit tighter. But I do like it for a short. I think it's showing a lot of weakness. Oh man, I messed up. I bought instead of selling. I'm gonna sell very quickly. Let's sell.
You're going long, Dash?
I messed up. I hit the buy button by mistake. So I'm gonna sell here.
And you're getting rewarded for bad behavior.
We made like $30.
Well, okay.
Why do I do this? I bought 100 shares by mistake.
That's funny.
You know what it was? I came over and I tapped the screen, but I tapped it where it said buy. I'm telling you, man. All right. Sell 50%. 50 might be too much. I'm not too sure about this trade. Maybe 25%. We can add on a pullback. Let's do that. So sell 25% here on Dash. All right, we're filled. 82 shares. That's good. 82 shares is good. I'm not too sure about this trade. All right, so let's see if we can get the drop on here on Dash. Bin, no, but that one was weird. You know how you click over, you go to a screen, you click to activate that screen. I did that, but I did it right on the buy button. Like how dumb. Oh my goodness. All right, we're short. Let's see if we can break down here. First, I want 72.50. Hopefully, the SPY keeps selling down. And MU still above the VWAP. We'll see if we can find something that we could trade here as well. Maybe that is the trade even here. Peter, have you stabbed at anything yet or no? You still no trades?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Still looking at my options here.
Tesla pulling back.
Now, have you been following the Olympics, Carlos?
No, I have not, man. How's it going? I used to like to watch them, especially because you learn about all these sports that you never thought were actually professional sports. Like, there's a competition on this? Like, what? But I have not been watching it. No, I see some of the highlights, that on the news.
Yeah.
But what's going on? What's happening?
Like the luge is the one that people love to make fun of. I love the luge
The what?
because it's the luge.
The luge. Okay.
The luge. It's like where the one guy lies on a sled and basically goes down as fast as he can. They say it's like it's the one sport someone could compete in against their will and do just as well, because you basically just put them on the thing and they hope to survive and not die on their way down the hill. So, or you could put a dead body on the luge and it would work just as well. But
I think they have like braking. They have like these turning things, right? Is that the one? Or is that the bobsledding?
They angle their toes. There's actually no brakes on it. It's just you do direct the skis a little bit, but it's anyways. There's precision there that obviously I'm not equipped to manage, so I shouldn't talk too harshly about it. But anyways, the 4-man U.S. bobsled is the one that I saw a review. I'm not sure if you saw that, where they went to go. So the 4-man bobsled, they all run and push, and then they all got to jump in,
Yeah, I
and 3 of
saw
the
that.
4 guys fell out.
Yeah, I saw
So
that. And there was the other one where it flipped over, and one of the
yeah,
guys' head and neck. I was like, oh, that's gotta hurt.
I
Hopefully, it's all
know.
right.
Uh,
That looked painful,
yeah.
man. Oh,
Oh man, especially like that sled is not light.
yeah, gotta be heavy
anyways,
to stay
yeah.
on the ice, get the speed.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool Runnings. Good old movie. What's the climate here? I don't know. It's cold. What is it? It's -5 right now. It was -9 this morning. So not that bad.
yeah, not that bad. It is warm here, man. 38. 38.
Yeah,
So we are,
you're above freezing.
yeah.
It's not I gotta tell you, it's not beach weather. I'd like to be back on the beach. That's for sure.
Oh man.
But that is not my reality. So
Oh, friends, this has been one of the most boring starts in a long time. No, it really had. Like this has been one of the most boring starts in a long time. Ushtangs Os. I'm gonna have to Google this later to see how you pronounce it. But you're asking a question here. Can you check CVX holding out my options with 300%
CVX.
profit?
Oh my.
195 and 200 calls, 15 MA. Yeah, I don't know much about options, but so you're holding here. So you're up 300%. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think you need advice
Sounds-
from us on your options. Sounds
Yeah.
like you know what you're
Yeah,
doing.
exactly. CVX,
Uh,
that's well, I mean, options. I don't know what the options are like on CVX. That's not something I would normally day trade.
yeah.
That's a rail, right? Rail company.
No, oil. Chevron? Oil, right? Yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yep. Again, another one that we
What am I,
normally won't day trade. Um,
what am I
but
thinking of? What's the rail company then?
uh, CSX is what I see in the trade. I think CSX is the one you're thinking about.
Okay.
I forget the name, but they're
You're right.
lower as
Well, I
well.
think they're actually called CSX. I think it's the name.
Okay,
Of the
I don't know if it meant anything. Dash is going against us. Might have to bail on Dash here. But yeah, that's the one you see the blue rail cars all over the place here.
CSX Corp. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Okay.
And to the beginning of the year, and when I saw the tensions in the market. Okay, good. I mean, hey man, you played it well. If you're up 300%, I mean, what's your exit strategy? Right? We can't tell you whether to sell, buy, or hold. We don't know. We could wake up tomorrow, this thing could be who knows where, right? Up or down. So but if you're up to 100%, whatever you decide to do, you did well. And just follow your exit plan. You know, whether that's to be aggressive and keep holding or to take partials, right? Can you? I depend on how many contracts you took. I don't know how many contracts you took, but take some profit off or whatever, you know. So, but you're in the driver's seat. You're making money, so that's good. All right, Dash is going up. Spy's not going up. I'm hoping the Spy could push it lower. You took some partials already, smart man. Okay, so yeah, say it. Keep following your plan. You're doing perfect on it. Yeah.
What do you need from us, man? You're right on top of it.
Yeah.
Go forth and conquer.
Yeah. Next time, we're gonna have a trade that's 300% up. Email us so we could take the trade with you, right? They're like, what are you doing here? Making money by yourself? What's happening? Kidding. Good stuff, man. We're happy for you. All right.
NVDA just went green.
Yeah, but it's like a,
to me,
you know those runners that they make to the finish line, but they make it just kind of fall over. NVIDIA did that. Like it made it to the green line, it's kind of like tripped over the line and everything. It just didn't work. Oh man, it wasn't a pretty
Actually,
situation.
I mean, NVIDIA I think was the best. I mean, it's what I've been watching all morning, but I didn't quite, I don't know, I didn't quite get enough to take the trade. Maybe I need to be more aggressive here. If I took more trades, would it work? I should do that. I got to do that analysis.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's just there's just nothing, nothing, nothing. Yeah, yeah. Atlas is acting a little weird. I know they're doing updates. I know they're doing updates to make it better, but today is acting a little funky. But I guarantee that's because of the updates that I know Andrew's working on doing here. So, um, let I'm sure they're on it. But yeah, that's what. Yeah, it. I think when you zoom in, it just looks a little bit different. It's working though. It is working. Maybe my settings are not correct. Oh, oh,
Andrew's suddenly trading everything. He's trading Nvidia long. He's trading Tesla long.
he's throwing out the net to see
Yeah,
what comes back.
yeah.
It's that type of day. Hopefully that don't risk too much in the net, but he's throwing out the net to see what he can reel in because it is brutal today, friends. Uh yeah, maybe my setting, like here's Atlas here. Um yeah, it looks fine. Yeah. Carvana is dropping. Juan, my friend, good to see you. Uh, Walmart. Spy's acting weird. It's just choppy, guys. It's what it is. But you're starting to see some stuff actually break out here, which is nice. You're seeing, like I said, Nvidia actually did go green. What's the other one that was right below green? Um, PLTR.
Yellow.
PLTR. Yeah, PLTR did actually.
Oh.
What you said? What you said?
No, what's right below green? I don't know. The yellow light? No, no, that's right above it, I guess.
That's but
No,
that was a
I
good
don't
that's a
know.
good thought process. Yep, yep, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, friends. I got nothing. Nothing. How's MU doing? MU. Are you guys in anything? What are you guys trading? Did you guys take MU breakout? Again, no pullback, right? No pullback to the VWAP on here. And even if it did pull back, I'll be honest, would I have trusted with the way the SPY's trading? Like the SPY is really messing things up here. So I don't know if I would have even taken that trade. CPNG. No, Sridhar, no trades for me, man. I am tradeless this morning, and if you look at again, if you look at my list, more of my CPNG were on my primary. They just did nothing, right? So there's nothing going on there. Carvana, this Carvana actually gave us, it was a nice breakout here, but the problem was the spread. So we didn't take that because the spread was like $2. At some points, I even saw $3. Right, you're seeing even a dollar and change right now.
Yeah.
So go from like 70 cents to like $3. Can't trade that. It's just not gonna work. Tesla did get the breakout. It's probably the best one. You can see here the breakout, but the SPY was trading so bad. Like it looked good for a breakout here, and then the SPY dropped it. The SPY came back up, and it was just not ideal to take this trade with the way the SPY was traded. So we left that alone. Nvidia, um, it did pull back here, but it never actually I never actually was considering for a trade here. Here I did consider it. I was considering it here, but I was kind of saying that this is kind of chasing it here, right? We did mention that. Like, if I would have taken it for a breakout, he would have been chasing it because it was already hanging out over here. And I'm glad I didn't because look what happened. SPY drop and boom, brought it back down again. So it's been a heck of a day as far as possible strategies. And you can see here, hopefully in chat, people are doing well. How are Brian and Andrew doing today? Peter, have you been able to listen in?
Yeah. Andrew had a rough start. He was trying to trade a couple things. He tried to trade SMCI and PLTR. I don't think either of those worked out, but now he's in NVDA, and I think he's actually trading some of the. He's either trading options or he's trading like the TSLL type thing. But he's gone long, and both are working out for him. So, usual Andrew magic. He'll figure it out. Always.
Yeah.
He seems to
Yeah,
have
I
that
thought by 10 we'll have
miraculous ability.
something. But my window's closing. The window's closing for trades for me as we get closer to 10:30 and 11. And this is where I got to be patient, not force anything, to not give profits back. So but yeah, this is probably one of the toughest day out of the year so far.
Oh, really? Toughest day of the year so far, you think?
Well, to find something, yeah, to find something, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't think I have gone a day that I was watching the market without trading yet.
Okay.
So this is setting up to be that type of day. So we'll see. All right, how many likes do we have? Let's see. Do we get to 400? 305. All right, 100 more, 95 more, and we'll give our funded account, friends. We'll give away our funded account. Oh, I messed up. I left my funded account open. Hold on. Where's my funded account? Ah, losing money. I'm not gonna lie, this has happened a couple of times. I'll show you my journal in a second. We're
Were you
losing money.
forgotten
All
about a
right.
trade?
Yes, a couple of times. If you go to my journal, there was something wrong with the journal, so they fixed it. So now I'm able to see my numbers, right? Come in here, and I think you click on, that's the older account, and there's the new account. On a couple of these trades, they were closed out at the end of the day. I left them open. I forgot about them. And thankfully, some of they worked out. They were in the green. I took some partials, but they made more money because I left them open. But you don't want to do that because it could be in the red. No. So make sure you're closing you're not always going to get lucky. So here's our equity curve right now. And this is, I gotta say, it's very realistic to what my actual win rate is, 65%. So I would love to see how that person got 90% win rate. That is insane. On like 300 trades, right? We need to have an interview with him. That is major numbers, man. But yeah, we might have to take a loss here. I got too many windows open. Yeah, we're gonna take a loss here on Dash. Let's see if it can hold the VWAP, it can reset and come back down. Great. We'll try to save some money, but we might have to get out of here on Dash in the low of the day breakout. Do what?
Oh no, just watching Olympic coverage.
Oh. So yeah, you don't want to.
They have a women's hockey game, and they had a camera angle that's like, it looked like it was a drone where it swooped down and it got almost to ice level and it was looking up at the players. And I'm like, do they actually have a drone flying around there? Like, what if you run into the drone playing as a player? But I'm not sure if it was like AI generated or it looked live. That's weird.
Dash, you bastard. You know what? I should have used my fixed hotkey. And I have used it before. I should have used this, so when I turn around to look at something else, I'll get stopped out when I need to and not take this big loss I'm about to take right now. That's what I should have done.
Yeah. I'm looking at a lot of these charts. If you're a momentum player, there were some good trades today. Like there certainly have been opportunity. It's just nothing that fits my specific strategies. I mean, yesterday that NVIDIA trade was good off the VWAP. I'm looking at it today, and it actually looks better in hindsight. But I know at the time as it was setting up, I didn't have confidence in it. So
Yeah.
I liked yesterday's setup better myself. But
Uh, I don't know, man. It with the way the spy was, because when yesterday the spy ran and it just went, and we took
yeah,
advantage of it. But look at the spy
right.
now. It's
Yeah.
not. Oops, sorry,
See,
I hit the wrong.
it's
It's here's a 5 minute. It's just extremely choppy, man. So I don't know if that
yeah.
um would have worked out. Would have been easy to take as it was yesterday. Yesterday was really easy. No, okay, nothing is easy. But yesterday was cleaner. Nothing is easy, guys. Um, how do I import trades to your journal? So if you're trading the funded account like I am, your trades, when you click journal here, can you guys see that right in the corner? I already have it open, so I'm not going to click. When you click journal, you're going to come to your journal here. And then if you have done multiple accounts, like this was the first account I did, this is my current account now, you can see the actual journal. If you want to import your trades, I think if you click on personal, it's a way to do it here. Here's the import log, and you can import from different brokers. You can download you connect to different brokers as well. So they got the whole process on how to do it from your own broker, right? So here, so go to import trades, right? Go to personal, and when you click on dashboard, you're gonna come to the top right hand. You're gonna see import trades there, and you'll be able to import your own trades on your own account. Okay, so you're able to do that. And yeah, and it's pretty nice. Like I haven't set up which trades are 5 minute ORBs yet, but you can actually come in here and set up which trades are 5 minute ORBs. You can do that, so you can have a tally of what trades, what setups are doing great and which ones are not. So for example, in this trade,
Now she's
yeah,
asking
go ahead.
from her own broker, not from a funded account.
Yeah,
If you've got
I
a
showed her.
third,
Hmm.
okay, sorry, I didn't hear you say
Yeah, I was
that.
showing her like how to go to import the trades on your personal account.
Okay,
It's gonna be on the top
yeah.
right hand. Hit import, and I think you connect to certain brokers, and you can, if you're using Dash, you can download that CVS file. I think it is, and you can upload it. A little more manual, but there's some ways to do it. Carlos, it don't work now. It's only for funded account. You sure? The option is there, but I haven't tried it myself, so you could be right. Doesn't let you? Okay, Allison. Let me find out. Probably, I know it's coming because the feature's there already. Um, see import tray. So the features are there. Um, so yeah, but that's coming for sure. 'Cause that's gonna be part of the train terminals to be able to have these features to download. To get the journal like you have it here, which again is a really nice setup. With the data, and then they got the trade book that's coming here as well, so you can see uh, the trade book. What else? More stats. And again, don't get too hung up on the stats, but they're good to know to see how you're doing, especially especially your average, like the average losers, right? You got to make sure you're not losing too much, that then the winners are
Oh,
not going to cover,
we're an
you know.
hour in.
So I know, Peter. We're an hour in. I'm entertaining myself with the funded account because there is just nothing going on, man.
Oh, I said that. Looking
uh,
back in hindsight, it looks like there was lots of opportunity, but I honestly did nothing I know set up because I was
yeah,
pretty active. Like you said, it was a lot of work you're watching this morning. No wonder I feel so tired.
it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
no, I'm gonna wait for my trade to bounce off the funded account of the VWAP. I'm gonna wait for it to bounce off the VWAP. There's some good buddy Bryant. And I'm
oh.
glad I took a small size on it because that would have hurt me big time. Where's the funded account? Here. Yeah, I'm not closing my trade. I should have added here. I did take a half size. Should have added here. That's not good though. I don't want to trade like that. Yeah, look how much little buying power I'm using, guys. 82 shares, right? You don't got to use a boatload. We still have 43 left, right? I know people that come in here, and this is how you get killed, right? You go in here and you start using like all your buying power. You're going to get hurt if you do that very, very quickly. And just a reminder, because I want you guys to win. We want you to win, right? The idea of, and I'm getting a lot of questions on Instagram. The idea of the funded account is for you to be able to learn how to trade, and not to make money, but learn to keep your money. How do we do that? By forcing you to have to do it for 90 days. Okay? Got to do it for 90 days. Because if you're able to do this, if you're able to survive the 90 days pressure, then you can keep your money. Right? So that's the idea. You got to be able to do it for 90 calendar days, keep your money. And if you can prove that to yourself, then you can definitely are ready for a live account. Doesn't guarantee you're going to make money in your live account because the psychology is different now. All right. Because when you lose 170, you're losing 170 of your own money. When I lose 162 here, this is simulation money. This is simulation money. I've only lost 299, right? It's already set, it's already gone. So you're still going to feel a lot more pressure on the live account, but this is going to prepare you for that. Okay. So trade small, and move away from the 12,500, right? SPY is going to go higher. I'm going to get out of Dash or reduce my risk. SPY goes higher. Dash is probably going to go back up to the VWAP. That's what I'm thinking. We already got lucky one with the long, with the mistake long. Let's not overstay our luck here. NVIDIA is going green again. Is there anything for 300 or 400 bucks? What do you mean? This is what separates me and why I'm unprofitable. No, what do you mean? Why are you unprofitable? You trading too big of a size?
Oh, excuse me. My goodness.
It is that type of market, Peter. I don't blame you, man. You know what? Let's wake up. Let's do the funded account. Let's give away. We're talking about the funded account. Let's give away a funded account to our friends. Let's set it up.
Tell me to do some push-ups.
Or you could do that. Let's. You know what? I want to go long NVIDIA here too. I'm gonna go long NVIDIA, friends.
Whoa, really? For the break?
Yeah.
For the green break?
For the green break.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see. All right,
You're
we're
gonna
long
do it live
NVIDIA.
or on your funded account?
Funded account. This is not one of my strategies. Previous day close breakout, so we'll do it on funded account.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. So let's go long there. But yeah, guys, let's give away a funded account. Let's do it. And again, if you have questions, all the questions are here. Everything is listed on how you can use it. Take advantage. We still have it's still here. I refresh. This is not gonna be here for long. I'm telling you that right now.
It's green, Carlos.
Still there. Yeah, I got in.
It's green.
Take advantage of this. Love 50 free funded account, right? Free funded account, value of 300 bucks. I mean, it is awesome. All right, so take advantage of that. Hold on, friends. I haven't turned on the funded account yet. It's coming. Let me turn it on. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, it's going. Funded account's doing good. I got access to the journal now, which is nice. You can see the numbers. And we'll do hashtag funded. And okay, now it's on, friends. All right, now it's on. Now we turned it on. There it is. Um, so for the funded account, if you want to purchase one, I'm got the question. If I'm in India, can I still purchase the funded account? Yes, you can, because no, it's just through the website, right? If you have a browser, you can purchase the funded account from anywhere in the world. Doesn't You don't have to be in the U.S. If you do that. Same thing with the membership. You could do it from anywhere in the world. So hopefully the person that asked me that is here. But if you didn't know, now you know. And we are 86 entries,
Didn't
friends.
didn't know. Now you know.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
see if NVIDIA can get going.
I hope
What
you
happened,
took the
Peter?
partial while Tesla was green on your funded account.
No, I didn't take Tesla. I took NVIDIA.
Oh, I thought okay.
No, no, in NVIDIA. They both look the same, though. uh, NVIDIA looks a little bit better.
Oh, what are we
Yeah.
doing? Hashtag funded. I want to.
Yeah.
I want to win too. See here.
I'm going to get in here as well. Peter, you have a funded account. We set you
I know.
one up.
I know. I don't even use it. I just want to see if my name ever comes up. Really,
I know. I
that's
want
all.
to win too. Yeah. All right. Here
I
we are.
figure if
Peter
we
and
enter
me.
every day, one of these times.
We have to win just to make sure this thing is not rigged. All right. Let's see here. 3, 2, 1. Our winner is Val Cap. Val Cap. You are the winner, my friend. Congratulations. Funded account for you. Send me an email. Carlos at bearwoodtraders.com and we will get you all set up, my friend. Looking forward to hearing from you. Yeah, send me that email and we will get you on it. And again, guys, that's for our Lambos and Garbage Truck members. If you want to join, easy to do that. Right on YouTube here, just go to YouTube and hit subscribe. Right next, well, not subscribe, hit join. And once you join, you can be part of the Lambos and Garbage Truck family. We do giveaways, we do videos for members only, early releases, all that fun stuff on there as well. So take advantage of that. I think it's like $5 a month, $5 a month, and again, pretty sweet. Okay. You're welcome, my friend. I see you've been with us for a while. You got the silver bull. You've been with us for a while. I want to see who's gonna be the first one to have the Lamborghini emoji. Lamborghini's a year of the Bearwood Traders membership. So I want to see who's gonna get that. Oh. CPNG. Does Elite have a heat map? Trading Terminal has a heat map. Is that what you're talking about, like the market heat map? Is that what you're referring to? And the heat map, you can see it right in Trading Terminal. It's available to you. Earnings dead? What's going on with earnings? Do we have anything good coming up? What's anything fun? Let's go to earnings and see if we have anything that's gonna shake things up a little bit. Ralph, welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. Good to have you. We do this funded account every single day, so we'll do one again tomorrow.
Every day. It's all rigged though, because I never win.
I never win either, and I've been doing it. I have probably entered more than anybody else in this chat here, because I enter every day, and I'm sure some of you guys either skip or have some some stuff to do running around. I'm here every day, and I still have not won.
I trust everybody knows that we're completely joking. Because we do this every
Yes.
day. Well, it's just fun to know that it is random, right? And it's
Yeah. Agreed.
what the heck?
Today we got Open Door. We have some other unknown companies, so nothing major on here. And Friday looks pretty light as well. Everything before the open. I don't see anything after hours. Western Union. And yeah, not a whole lot for tomorrow and Friday. And this morning we spoke about a few of these already. And again, they just didn't trade well. Like, I think you touched on all of these. We just touched on Walmart, uh, John Deere, uh, Klarna, Lemonade, Wayfair. Yeah, we touched on all of these today. Watched a few and just nothing looked good.
They got a photo. They generated. Why did they make Brian look so old?
In chat.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning, Andrew. How are you?
I am doing
Andrew, good
well.
morning.
Carlos, how's your funded account going? Doing really
It's
well,
good,
huh?
man. I'm up. I'm up 2 grand.
Yeah,
I'm into a couple of trades now, NVDA and Dash. So yeah, doing good, man.
I love it. I love it, man. I
Doing
want to give you a
good.
big check.
Let's see, man. Let's see. Oh man, I want a
That's
big
amazing.
check.
Yeah, I was.
I want to get a picture with a big check. I love that.
Yeah, for sure. Why
Yeah.
not?
Carlos,
Um,
show me the money.
Yeah, let
Carlos,
me get you
are
guys
you
in
sharing the
chat.
right screen?
No, that's not my screen. But I'm going to share my screen now. It looks like I got
I
disconnected,
think
so
we have to stop Brian. Stop this screen.
yeah, I'm gonna connect now and get you guys in chat. So 1 sec. How did you guys do today?
It was pretty. It was okay. At the open, my market atlas crashed. I guess for a lot of people, apparently there was some issues at the open, so it was kind of trading blindly. But I did catch a couple of really good scalp from on TSL, Tesla and NVDL. So NVDL is, as you see here, is popping up. So I did a red to green on NVDL from 86.25. So that was one of the trades that we did. It just popped up. So that was nice that we could get with the market atlas. It came back up. Another one was TSLL that I did twice. So I went long for the red to green, got it stopped out, and then we got another one. That one turned out to be flat. I shorted PLTR at the open. I got stopped out because again it was really chaotic at the open. And traded another thing too, SMCI a few times. So SMCI, I did one stop out, and then the second one, we get something out of it. But overall, it was a meh day for me. But I did sold the Microsoft puts at 395 for tomorrow. So if Microsoft 395, if by tomorrow stays above 395, I collect $7,000. That's good. 75 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, I traded Tesla a few times short at the open, and Nvidia did a nice S4 trade back up to the 9 EMA where it rejected, and yeah, so overall pretty good day, and then had some good price action on some swing trades here, so it's a good day overall.
AMD was a nice move up to the upside. You said that let's put some sell some puts on AMD, Brian. I didn't listen to you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah, definitely looked like a good trade.
Hmm. The SMCI at the open, it was really bullish. The Atlas was really bullish, but it really didn't move the way that I was hoping to get. So
Markets are trying to, let's say the Qs are trying to go green here.
Strange day. Strange day. I'm still looking for my first trade. I got nothing today.
Tesla keeps poking its head above the previous day close line. So, Peter, you've been holding off on doing a trade?
Yeah, haven't found anything that I've liked enough to jump into yet. So yesterday I had a couple of
Nothing that's
opportunities. Nothing yet.
nothing that's tickled your fancy?
My fancy has not been tickled, no. And I do like having my fancy tickled.
It's always fun.
ERMA, Carvana, Delta Romeo Lambda Alpha, popping to the highs of the day, up about 32% now.
Tesla looks like it's going to break out here. It's trying to, anyway.
Yeah, Tesla's NVIDIA's been the one that I've actually liked the way NVIDIA's been moving more than anything else, but still not enough for me to have jumped in yet.
Tesla does have some big orders to the upside for 412, 413, all those even numbers.
Yeah. Tesla looks bullish now.
Yeah,
The book is
definitely.
bullish. The book is bullish. The pattern is bullish. The only thing that is the problem with Tesla right now is the time of the day. I don't know if I want to really jump the gun for a
Yeah.
breakout. Peter,
Yeah,
how
and
was
it's
your
just
trading day?
sitting.
Nothing yet. Still
Just
waiting. First opportunity.
Peter, you don't have DoorDash in Ottawa? I was watching the pre-market show. I use
Yeah,
DoorDash all the time.
not that I'm aware of. Because I see we've got Skip the Dishes and Uber Eats, but I don't know that I've never used it if it is out there.
It means that your wife is always cooking, huh? You never had the issue of finding food in the house.
That's true. Well, I mean, I cook about half the time. She does the other half. She does the better half for sure. There's no question.
She is a better half. Yeah,
Well, that's also true. So I can't, don't argue that whatsoever.
that's true.
But
Peter, how did you meet your wife for the first time? What was the first time that you saw her?
the first time that I saw her, well, the
Yeah.
first time I ever talked to her, she actually gave me shit for wearing cycling pants that were too tight. She was my boss. She was my boss, and there was a complaint by.
Yeah, I would.
I think you muted yourself, Peter.
She was her
Yeah, I would.
boss. Peter, what is
Yep.
these
I
tight
would.
pants that you're putting in?
See, as I like to joke, I slept my way to the top. So,
I know.
and so yeah, she was my boss, still is.
See, the tight pants help you find a
Yeah,
wife.
somebody liked them.
Yeah, I would
Anyway.
complain about that too.
THC, correct.
And remember, this would have been cycling shorts back in like the late 80s, well, early 90s, 1990. So they weren't quite as effective as they are now. Cycling shorts back
They weren't
then were
quite
more
as
like what
spicy.
you see. Yeah, have you ever watched the 100-meter dash? The men runners, they're really not appropriate pants. They're more like that. So, anyways.
All right, market is
Yep.
rolling over now.
Yeah, that was a big drop.
Anyways, but yeah, that's the first time I ever talked to her. She had to. Discipline me.
Yeah, just I think this drop was just I don't know if it was news or if it was just people just the buyers just gave up. They kept trying to move the market up, and it just couldn't do it. So they just all of a sudden everyone just went, okay, we're done.
Oh, look at that drop on NVIDIA all the way back to VWAP.
Yeah, NVIDIA. I was just looking at that right down to the VWAP. Should get a bounce back up here. Yeah, market's just been really choppy for the last, since about 950. We really haven't gone anywhere except sort of sideways.
Do we have any big fundamental data tomorrow coming out? We have
We have,
PC price index. Yeah.
yeah, we do have PCE. I think there's also the potential for a um, Supreme Court ruling on the tariffs, because they are going to come out with some rulings tomorrow. So it's a matter of whether nobody knows which ones and what they're going to, where they're going to go, but
Mm.
or what they're going to
They
announce.
keep promising. They keep promising that, but never deliver.
Yeah, so
there's a
it
couple
could
things
be.
because you're right. We also have the consumer sentiment. It's coming out at 10. And
Yes.
the GDP might be interesting. There's an expected GDP growth number that's supposed
So
to
if
come
you
out
go to
tomorrow
trading
morning.
terminal, so in the economic calendar on the Thursday, obviously today we are right now at 11. There are a bunch of them are coming that are not that important. But if you come to Friday from the morning, you can see the impact one. What you're looking for, Carlos, go full screen. So what you're looking for is that the high impact ones. Carlos has to go to full screen. Carlos is gone. Okay, anyway, so
You
let me
lost Carlos. He was a good
yeah,
man.
he was a good man. So here, I can bring it here. So essentially what we want to do is we want to have these high impact ones. So that's what you're looking for, the high impact ones. So at 8 a.m. tomorrow, this is a Friday. So core PC index is important. Domestic, this one is important. And then you have, yeah, so the ones that are high impact are generally things that you can come down during the day. Then at 10 a.m., yeah, I really don't have much that is important. Yeah, so that is it. Nathan, I see you are coming. Are you ready for Vegas to do live trading? Perfect.
When are you getting there?
I am getting Sunday night.
Sunday night?
Sunday night, yeah.
Yeah, I know there was some stuff
Yeah,
going on there
Thor,
Sunday where everything starts, so I kind of wanted to check it out and get an extra day.
Yeah, for sure.
Get
Thor
ready.
gets in Sunday too.
Of course. Are you going to be there, Brian? Peter?
Hey, yes, sir.
I'm not. No.
Oh, Andrew. Uh, did you
I'm
tell
coming Sunday
everybody what
night. Yeah, I'm going Sunday
I was
night.
wanting to do today and tomorrow to give away 5 group mentorship positions?
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
Atlas
Hmm,
today.
that's amazing. Yeah, nice.
like it. Yeah. There goes Tesla. Tesla's popping.
Tesla is going up again. I had TSLL, but I got out of it. But it's going again. Today is not a really momentum day. It's not really the cleanest breakout momentum days. But it is what it is. It was an okay day. Um, we live to do another one. Did Carlos do the giveaway funded accounts?
You did, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Nice. So we are actually building a leaderboard as well, so everybody can see in real time the highest paying people who got paid, and they're all the trades and everything. So we're gonna be public hopefully by the end of this week. So you can actually come see all the profitable traders, their trade, their stats, their journal. Obviously not their name and contact information, but you can see how they're trading. All right, handing it over to Mr. McConnell. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers,
Hey
everyone.
guys,
Have a good one, Nathan.
how is everybody today? How you guys doing? Hey, what have you guys been trading? So today I
Hey,
am
Nathan,
going
can
to
you
do, yeah,
reset your screen? I
yeah,
don't have
no
it.
problem. Very not going off. Yeah, it's not going off on my side. Hold on. Stop share. Well, let me pop out and pop back in.
Yeah, go ahead,
It's
man.
not
I'm gonna
letting me
reset it here
unshare the
just in
screen to
case.
rescreen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me just a second.
All right, friends, give Nathan just a second here. Yeah, we did the funded account. I see some people came in a little bit later, but yeah, we did it earlier. But we'll do it again tomorrow. So tomorrow, make sure to hop into chat.
Good work. Yeah, it just wouldn't let me stop sharing my screen.
Oh,
It was weird.
Back. All right.
let's see if
Oh,
we get it.
How does it
your
look now?
share- There you
Oh,
go.
we
Your
got it
share's
now.
coming up now, Nathan.
Okay, good.
There you go. You got it.
You see it now, Carlos.
Yeah, we see it now.
Hey, Peter.
He lost
Can
his
you hear me okay?
camera on the feed there. Oh, there he is. All right. He's got him. He's got you.
Hey, Balanced Breath, how you doing? You guys hear me okay out on YouTube? Oh, DSOM or DSO, I've got something for you here in just a second. So s- I I'm needing your guys' help. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do two different group mentorship sessions for Atlas. And so the one requirement is that you have to have Atlas. So if you win in the drawing and you don't have Atlas, you'll just need to sign up and get Atlas. But I'm going to do two groups of five. So today I want to give away 5 spots in a group mentorship, and it's going to be a month long. So we'll meet once, maybe twice a week and go over Atlas. It's going to be a Google Meet. So we're actually going to be able to talk face to face and share screens and go over stuff. And then I'm going to do 2 of those. I'm going to do another one tomorrow. So you're just going to be in the group. These are sessions we're going to record and put up on Trading Terminal as well. So I'm going to start from the beginning with you guys, and I want to learn exactly what it is that you need me to teach you from Atlas. Kind of one of the feedback that I'm getting with the stuff I've been putting out, people I've been working with is what I want to talk about and get into is just a little too complicated with price action and order flow and everything. So I want to take people that are brand new or just getting into it, or even if you're a little advanced and getting used to it. And I want to start to build like what are the steps that you need? What are the specifics you need, especially at the beginning, to really start to grasp and utilize Atlas to its full advantage. Um, some of this stuff I know I've been using, visualize price action and order flow for 3 years, maybe a little over 3 years now. And so like the stuff that I've learned and developed you know, to me, it seems easy and just natural, but to other people, I'm understanding that it's not so easy, not so natural. So you guys are going to help me understand and figure out like where do we need to start? You know, what's important to get you started, to get you interested in it, to get you going, because that's where I'm kind of struggling a little bit and determining, you know, where it is you guys need to start, what's really interesting without, you know, overdoing it with just being too complicated with some things and easing you guys into it. So, James, I use TradingView for for my charts because that's where the cams are, and you know I like to use Thor system, and so I use Thor's cams. I use Atlas, and then for executions, I use NinjaTrader because I have a trade replicator on here that that replicates all my trades because I've got quite a few funded accounts, so I use that just to replicate those trades across those accounts. Took along here on NQ. We came back and retested this area. So, but how's that sound? But it'll be fun. You know, we'll just do some group sessions. We'll meet together and we'll talk, and you guys will help me, and I'll help you guys out. So let's see. We always do funded account giveaways. Oh, that's why I was talking about DSO. So if you want to get in on that, we'll try to give it away here in a little bit. Let's see. And then again, 5 more tomorrow. So 5 today for one group, 5 for tomorrow for a second group. Let's see. The new scrolling that launched today feels broken. Let's go over that, Toby. What is it that you feel what is it that you feel is broken on it a little bit? Oh yeah. Is it the one thing I can get, is it the kind of the how the bubbles aggregate a little bit? You start to scroll in, they get big and then they drop off a little bit. Is that kind of what you're seeing? Because I do notice once you scroll in right before it clicks over, the bubbles can get a little large, but you just have to scroll into it. NQ isn't the best example. We'll go to Tesla. Let's see. So yeah, scrolling in on Tesla, and then they start to get a little bit big, but then, you know, it's not really like that much where they get too large. But then you scroll in and you zoom in a little bit and you can get that aggregation back to how you want to see it. Really what this is when you're scrolling in, what you want to pay attention to is how does the spread look for you? Something like Tesla, you want to make sure you have good separation between the bid and the ask here when you're scrolling in to look at that. So you can make sure that you're seeing everything that's coming in. So we start to scroll in and get a little too close, and yeah, there we go. So you just want good separation where you can easily track the spread on here. And that's kind of just really what you're looking for when you're scrolling in. Unless you're wanting to scroll all the way out and see the entire book, then you can do that as well. Snaps of 50, aggregate way too easy. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the aggregation, everything is something that, so people wanted the scrolling feature rather than going up and doing the aggregate over into the config tab. And like it will get better. I mean, the bubbles, the aggregated size on the bubbles will be better. Just take a little bit getting used to it. You know, like I said, the big thing, you want to be able to see some distance between this bid and ask and the spread when you're starting to zoom in a little bit closer and then zooming out to check the book. But I do understand what you're saying, but yeah, it will be fixed. Just take a little bit of time to get used to it and start scrolling in and out. I've been using it for a little while now with the new aggregated feature. Auto chooses the aggregate levels as I scroll. So Erica, did you like the old one when you went in to look at and you just select the config yourself? Is that kind of what you liked and you preferred? Hey, is it Hane? My name's Nathan McConnell. I'm a moderator at Bear Bull Traders, filling in for Thor today. And we're going to go over some Atlas stuff. And then I think we were talking about, if you guys want some biohacking stuff again, we can do some biohacking today and tomorrow. I know that was fun. It's doing that, just saw that. Let's see. The issues are when you drag the price. Okay. So you're saying you're zooming in on the price level here and out in is it where you're wanting to get to kind of see the spread and see the price action and then the bubbles are just too large in that area? Is that kind of what you're talking about? Custom view so much better. Okay. So Dom, you like it? Let's see, on Atlas is broken, 100 milliseconds work. So 250 milliseconds, are you having DSL, are you having issues with data? Is it starting to slow up your computer and take up your RAM? Is that what's going on for you? You don't like how the price legend on the sides is constantly changing? Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. You could throw what is it, Carlos? Is it support at trainingterminal.com that they would throw that information in for Atlas? I believe that's what, I believe that's,
see
yeah,
there
support at
again.
trainingterminal.com and just
Yeah,
let them know what you feel
yeah.
about it and how it's going. I don't know if maybe they would have an option just to change it, but yeah, I see when you go to 10 and then you scroll out and we'll go back to 5 pretty quickly. Let's just say at 10, yeah, it scrolls back over to 5. Yeah, so I see what you mean, but it is going to get better. They are working on using a consistent size. So even if you find a size that you like the dots at, so you like these dots, you're like, okay, that's a size. Take a screenshot of that and send it to support. Send it to support at tradingterminal.com. And they will be able to they'll get an idea of okay, so what size dots is everybody, saying that is appropriate that they like to see. So if you're like, okay, I like my dots about this size, I can see them really well, just throw that picture in there for them. And also if you want it scrolled to the price levels that you like, the aggregate level that you like, throw that in there too. I think I'm about to get stopped out on my trade. I got a nice move too. It would be nice to have a choice between the auto aggregate levels and manual. Yeah, so like in config, you'd still have aggregate over here, but in the aggregate over here, you could do auto or manual. You can kind of click a tab that does auto or manual over there. Is that kind of what you're wanting? I mean, I agree. Put the comment over there in there to the support team and let them know, this is for you guys. They're going to do anything that you're wanting them to do and how you're wanting to best use it. So throw that in there for them. Tesla's moving kind of slow today. Has it been another choppy day for Tesla? Has Tesla been trading pretty well? Let's see. Let's take a look at it and give me some tickers. Let's do some live price action stuff and give me some tickers we can go over. So yeah, tagged right in there to R3 and pushed down, but it really didn't sell that hard when it pushed into there. It's like it's stalling to me a little bit. We got a lot of buying coming in down off there. What's that? That's a central pivot it's bouncing off of. Not a bad move though. Let's see, 10 aggregate. Feels super limited. Yeah, let them know, man. Just throw that in there. So you try starting at aggregate level 2 and drag to scroll out. It auto steps to 50. So Toby, it goes from 2 to 50 for you. Yeah, sit up. Panorama. I can't, sorry. Is it sit a panorama or side a panorama? Yeah, let's look at Tesla. What are you wanting to know about Tesla? SNDK? Yeah, I'll do that here in just a second. What I could see with Tesla right now, I mean, it's got good trending structure here. Retesting prior ceilings become floors, pushing up off of that, testing here again. But I'm interested on this test. This retest back up into here is picking up some volume. It's not what you would really want to see on a retest back into R3, but we may get a cam reaction here. I want to watch this and see what happens on the next 1 minute low. Let's see if we can get a cam to hit here. So where did we start selling? See, yeah, that's a profit taking coming in, and we did sell hard through here. We got a lot of buying in here. That's a good sharp move. This is what we would be looking for a cam reaction, but this might give something. It'd be interesting when this candle closes. I want to watch when this candle closes, then I'll bring up Microsoft and some of the other ones. But I actually want to watch this. This might be good. So what I would want to see here, if this closes with a nice big topping tail, your next signal on this 1 minute low is a candle kind of like this. If this makes a 1 minute low and this bid gets dropped and it starts to be pulled down, then that's your signal. That's your signal. If you're a cam trader, that's a signal. Okay. I would have liked to have seen a better topping tail, but I'm interested if when this bid dips here, what happens? Okay, there's the push. That's pretty nice. Now we want to see this bid being held down. So if you're watching this for this trade, you're watching this bid. Anytime this ask is starting to lift back up, that bid needs to be hit. Yeah, that's a good sign. That's exactly what we were wanting to see. That's a really good signal. It's just that stop would be, well, I guess that's not too bad for Tesla. Yeah, I mean, that's within $1. That's not bad at all for Tesla. And then you're running to targeting S3 and VWAP. That's a good target. That's a 4-to-1. Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. But you're watching if even if this breaks up, I mean, if you wanted your stop there, that's really extra tight and give you another opportunity. But that's like to see more volume on there. But that was a good hit. This is pretty good. Now this bid needs to be pressed down. This as long as this bid is holding down and it's not shooting up and you're getting a ton of buying, you don't want something like this to start happening. You're wanting that bid to be held down and pushed down. Below this selling, all this selling right here, you want to get below that. This needs to become your new ceiling. So you got to push, you've got a big area through here, you're going to need momentum to push down, but you're wanting to hold through that. So that bid needs to be held down. Let's see, Microsoft. Microsoft. So Microsoft. Looks like it may be, no, it's just ranging right in the middle. Yuck. So what are you looking at for Microsoft, Corey? See higher range, wide, pushed off there. Now yeah, I mean, you're stuck right in the middle of the range. You need to either get, yeah, this one's kind of hard. Because it's a higher range. I don't know if I'd want to take an R3 short, but I look at VWAP right here, and this looks like, I mean, VWAP being right there, and some respect here off the cam. I would like to see these candles underneath R3 testing in instead of pushing over and then pushing under. But it's going to be choppy. Like if you take this trade, this is going to be choppy. I mean, we've balanced out this area essentially, and you're going to get a lot of choppiness back and forth. What's the RVOL on Microsoft? Does anybody have the RVOL? I'm wanting that, and I'm wanting to make sure it's not going to get stuck on this cam and stuck to VWAP and just bouncing here in this range right here, and you get chopped out. And I just don't like that it's right in the middle of the daily range. That's just this makes me say yuck. Like, because I would want it to push outside whatever this range is right here outside and come back and retest. But even if you went long here, you're pushing along into R4. And so this is going to be choppy and difficult to get the long. And if you push out of the range down here, come back and retest, you're trying to shoot for a low a day. I mean, S3 is right there, but just not really set up for a big move, really either way. So I mean, this would be tough. I don't know. But let's see. Let's see if VWAP and R3 have like any impact right now on what's going to happen. So essentially what I'm looking at now is I'm interested in the test over this high. I want to see this grind over this high. Like it's that. Every time it tries to pop up, it gets pushed back down. So if it's popping back up, I want to see it get pushed back down. I do not want to see that volume start to hit because we don't want to see these sellers in here get stopped out. We want these sellers right here to stay in the trade, but we want that test here so we can get a better entry because our RVR is already not that great. And we're already going to have to push through a bunch of choppy price action. But let's see if this can take the stairs up and really struggle. It would have to get up here and test into this area for me. Like this is too far away. The RVR is already rough, and so this is just kind of too far away with it. Let's see. Yes, for Sorry, Sita, we were talking about Tesla for you, right? Let me go back to it actually. But I want to set an alert right here because I want to get this. I want to see what that is. Yeah, see, I was thinking that was going to be a good short, but it didn't hold. It came back, retested here and held, but that was a good signal. I mean, that would have been that was a better signal, and it's in a better spot up against R3 than it was and Microsoft was. But you know, there we get stopped out. But that was a tight stop though. 412 to 13. I mean, that's $1. It's not bad for Tesla. And this gives you the opportunity now, since you've broken over R3. If you're looking for something, R4 may be that next spot. You know, this play didn't call as well, so it sees it would have failed anyway, but that was a good signal. When you get up here to R4, this is the type of reactions you're wanting to see up there to let you know that cam is active, it's impacting price. But so you stop out there. Now you get another opportunity up here, but this is probably too high. Since this is broken the high of day for me and over R3, this would be too high. Now I'm actually expecting some sort of support at R3, and it's been holding prior ceilings, have been holding as floors. So a test at R3 there, I'm expecting that to probably hold. And then if we could get some extension and get back to R4, if you start to see this kind of price action, that may be another shot. You can get a really nice tight entry, but I mean, it looked good. It was pushing down, just that volume wasn't good either, was it? There's the break picking up volume. So we're picking up volume as we're running higher. This would be a tough one. This would be a tough, even up here at R4, this would still be a tough play. So RVol's 55 core. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like it was a low RVol. So that's kind of another thing that's going to be working against you is low volume and volatility. So it's going to be really choppy in through here. That, and I mean, you're right in the middle of the range. So volume falling off in the middle of the range. The range is already very balanced. It looks messy for me. And I don't see a clean setup that is going to get you a really good move. That's the only thing. I just don't see a setup that's just going to get great movement, you know, through it, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Oh, well, my NQ came like that close to stopping me out. And now it's starting to run a little bit for me. So pick the right spot. Tesla back at R3, RVol. Yeah, let's see. Simron is what only for elite members? What were you asking for? WMT. Somebody asked about another one. What was SNDK? Sorry, my allergies have been going crazy lately. So SNDK right there at R4, higher range, narrow. Are you wanting, I mean, the play I'm looking at that looks like it's strong. Too many levels. Let's go to like 10 and see what it looks like. Man, that spread is crazy. What is the spread on this thing? Holy cow. Man, just based on that spread, I would say no. I mean, at least for me, that spread's just too large for me. Yeah, yeah, that spread is, on this, these kind of stocks with this spread, like really mess with my trading system and how I like to trade. It's hard for me to gauge exactly where I can get in because the spread's so large. And I would be trying to get in on the bid. Getting in on the ask on something like this and just marketing in, man, you could possibly get a lot of slippage. I mean, you see this spread just jumped from 50 to 90. So if you would have marketed in, you possibly could have gotten filled up here or here. I mean, it's hard to say, but man, I don't like the spread. So that's right there is a no for me. I would be trying to get in on the bid and try to take advantage of that spread, but that's what's hard when something has this kind of spread is getting in on the bid. and then managing that and see if we were getting in here and we got in on the bid, we would have gotten filled, maybe got some slippage lower, which would be good. But even if we would have gotten filled right there, we would already have been down quite a bit. So I don't know. I just don't even like the spread. But the one really play that I am seeing is maybe a bounce off of VWAP, but then you're playing into R4. Let's see if it respects R4. So are you looking long? 34. I mean, that would be a good move. But I would have to get filled on the bid, and man, this is just, yeah, it's gross. Just not my cup of tea. Just not something I would want to trade and that I can trade well. See, I'll do WNT next. M1, I took an S3 long on NQ, and so I'm still in that. So I got this S3 long there, got that close. What was that? Like $4 from getting stopped out. So I'm just running this one out here. But that's the only trade so far. And from higher, just deciding if I can cut it. I can cut. Okay. Yeah, I would say, Corey, sorry, we were talking about Tesla for you, right? Is that the one? Going back and forth. I'm getting too many now. Yeah, yeah, SNDK is a mess. It's, when I bring it up, kind of those are the first things that I look at, especially when I bring up Atlas and I see the spread like that and I'm zooming in and out, and I'm like, man, I really can't bring that spread in too much. I'm like, I can't trade that stuff. It messes with my RVR, it messes with my entries, and that's why I would want to try to get filled on the bid to take advantage of the spread. And that's difficult a lot of the times on stocks like this. And then it starts to move, you want to chase it, and then you're $2 higher than where you wanted to be, and your stop's still in the same place. So your RVR is just trash now. And that's just the kind of way I look at this stuff. That's when you would want more volatility and volume coming into it with that spread tightening up quite a bit. And then you can just get a lot better entry and a lot better trade. And you can tell that there's just more liquidity in it then as well. Let's see. No short around 625. Okay. I mean, 625 is R4, but is your target VWAP? So you are getting some selling here. You did make a higher high here, getting some higher lows. Just watch the ask. When the ask starts to lift into new areas, it needs to immediately drop down. Because if the ask is pushing into here, it's going to be easy for buyers to pop that through and liquidate any sellers that have stops over here, and then it can pop higher. But like I was saying, my play, what I would be looking at was a bounce off VWAP just for a big target, because even a target to R4 that's still a pretty good trade. But I would be shooting for final targets up here at high a day. But as this starts to lift into this area, make sure when we lift into here that these green dots that start coming in don't keep hitting the ask and lifting, because with a spread like this, it's obvious that they could just buy a little bit at 626. It'll immediately move to 627.50 and immediately move up and up, and it's not going to take a lot of buying. So pay attention to where this is and what's happening when it's lifting into here. We need to start getting some selling on the bid to pull back down, to pull that spread back down. And you don't want this to jump. Like a couple jumps with a spread like that, and you're all the way up here, and all these sellers are stopped out. So just pay attention to that. Watching this ask lifting up and just making sure the buyers aren't taking it. It's like extending very quickly on low volume, because that may happen. Let's see. S&D create trades like it looks like a low float, a $600 low float. That would be kind of funny. Your short NQ entry point 24.9. What was mine? So you got in. Did you get in up here at 24.903? Were you in over here around this area? Now there's a little bit of a pullback. These moves were nice, but this is Let's actually look at NQ. I want to show you guys something. Let's go back to NQ. This, this is something I've been noticing a lot. And to really watch this, I'll show you guys some settings. Take your upper cutoff all the way to 100. Take your lower cutoff all the way to 99. Turn the sensitivity all the way down. And watch the spread. Like this is the part of Atlas that a lot of people don't take advantage of. And I just think it's because they don't realize it. Excuse me. This spread is your level 1. This is your current value in auction. And what I've been noticing over this choppy price action for the last month is really any new swing high, almost sometimes any new 1 minute high, immediately gets stuffed and pushed lower. Like half the gain or all the gain is immediately just destroyed. Like they just take all of it. And this is really what is causing a lot of our choppy price action is we can't push over the highs like we were before, or even the lows like we had been, and extending outside the range. We immediately get pushed back into the range of where all the choppiness is, just like we've seen here, like immediately push back into the range. And now the selling, the bid's being held down, the sellers are being aggressive, and it all started once we broke the high a day, they immediately started attacking the bid and pushing the bid down. Now they're picking up volume. So this bid is just being held down, like it's just being hammered. Like they're just attacking that bid relentlessly. And then we'll get to an area, like we'll get to VWAP, get some absorption here and pop up, and it'll stop. You'll start to get some price action like this, where buyers will be able to take over. The ask is lifting appropriately. Yeah, you see how aggressive they're getting on that bid? This is what I've really been noticing, and especially over new highs of day. And NQ, I think, is the biggest culprit that I've seen so far. At least that's the one that I've been watching the most. So I mean, look at this. Just because we made a new high a day, now sellers are trying to liquidate everything. This move has been completely erased. Boom. In what, 5 minutes, 6 minutes? You know, this is why we've been so choppy. I mean, this is hard to trade. This stuff is hard to trade. You know, it's difficult to know when we're just going to push into a new high or a new swing high and immediately get rejected through a new low. All this work done. Got to do it all over again. So that's what, you know, that's our choppiness. And it's just something I've been noticing is that bid just gets relentlessly attacked. Let's look at this move. Look how relentless this is. Like, this is crazy. This is the elevator straight down. And just because we made a new high a day. So, let's see. Tell me where R4 is on Tesla. Yeah, let's see. It was at... It's right up here. Ooh, let's set an alert there if you're looking at this. It's right here at 1515, 415.15, but it needs to hit it. It needs to it needs to actually hit R4. Man, my allergies are killing me this morning. It needs to actually hit 415. The cam needs to be hit, and then you're starting to look at the price action. But this is good price action going into it. I like seeing this kind of price action coming into it. So now you're not fighting something so aggressive with the buyers coming into there and trying to stand in front of a freight train. You're getting some selling and indication ahead of it. But I set an alert up there, so we'll look at if it hits, but be patient. Wait for it to get into the area. Wait for it to get up here. Even better if it pops up a little bit higher, makes a new 1 minute low, and you get a movement down. So we'll pay attention to it. We'll watch it when it gets up there. Did you not change it to Tesla for me? Let's see. People want to trade as a DK for the range, but it's very tough to trade. I took it off my watch list. So I guess, has that been one that's been popular lately? No, yesterday's PED's priority close was 600. Oh, wow. Huge reduction from high a day and CP. That's what I've been seeing on everything, Alex D, is you get a high a day and you immediately get rejected and that bid gets attacked like we were watching on NQ, like immediately. And now we're starting to pick up. So what was this all about? You know, if we break through the high a day again, like what was this? Like what was this all about? What was the reasoning for this? Because now we're picking up again. Bouncing off VWAP. It came back like just above my entry spot and moving up. I may just, if we can get back over high today, I think I'm just going to get out of this thing. I don't want to, I want to go skiing. After I'm done with you guys, I want to go skiing. So I don't want to sit here all day and watch this choppy price action. It's like, okay, my target's up at 25,000. All right, we're looking good. We're going to grind up there. No, you're not. See to do. Huger J, thanks. Yeah, you're welcome, Pretty Bird. Yeah, I put the alert there, so hopefully it can get there by the time we leave here. SNDK, I've heard a lot about MU. We've actually been going over MU quite a bit in my Monday webinars. People have been talking a lot about MU. What does it look like today? Higher wire. Ooh, yuck. Yeah, yuck. Okay, got a nice bounce. Is that S3? Yeah, but it went too far below S3. Like that was a good hit and reaction, and then you're looking at the next 1 minute high. I mean, that thing got a lot of volume, but it got stuffed, so that would have been worrisome. There was another high, but terrible volume. But yeah, man, this would have been tricky. It wasn't really giving any signals till maybe here. Like, but it's hard to wait for that high anticipating like that's the one. And then it runs, and now, yeah, high day break, push back lower to VWAP, stuffed on a new high, stuffed on a new high, stuffed on another try, just right into the high a day. And this is kind of what I was talking about that I've been seeing, and MU is an excellent example of that same choppy kind of price action. You can't trust the breakthrough these for the highs of days or the breaks over swings. Like this candle right here is really nice. You would be anticipating with normal price action that this was going to extend somewhat through the high a day and get some sort of extension outside the range, but it immediately gets pushed right back into the range. And this stuff is hard to trade because these aren't just like small pushes back into the range. These are aggressive pushes back into the middle of the range. Like we got a nice range here. So if you like fibs and putting that back, like these are getting rejected into the middle and below the range. Like that's hard to trade because this is hitting everybody's stops, which is kind of what I've been thinking is they're just stop hunting back and forth, just like hitting swing areas, hitting stops, and then going to the other area, hitting stops, coming back down. And that's really the only like sense I can make of it. It's just running stops. It's just running areas, kind of looking for stops, hitting stops, and then running the other side of the range, which makes it very, very difficult to trade in that sense. We getting some news here? Ditto. How to trade in choppy markets. Man, if Carlos, any advice on that? You know, the one thing that you will hear and that is true is it's difficult. The only thing that's consistent is that the market is choppy. It just makes it really difficult. And when you're trying to trade and thinking of I want to take a trade off VWAP and I'm just targeting kind of the high a day. And you know, you really don't have a ton of swing areas here to start taking partials or, you know, to add back in to trust anything. And that just really becomes the biggest problem is controlling your emotions and trusting that the trade is going to run, that what you're seeing is correct, and you're anticipating the right things, your thesis is staying correct. And so I wish I had like a solid answer for you, but it's trading your strategy. Seat time is going to be very important to actually sit and watch these choppy markets and see how they trade and act. So when things do start to get more normal into a trending market or at least something that's respecting ranges really well and not just having random ranges through between a range and just huge sweeps in through. Like it's really not respecting any area. It's not respecting a whole lot other than it's just being choppy. It's so hard. Like it's just so hard to anticipate how big of a move you're going to get. Is that the right entry? And it will make you question your system and your abilities and your skills to trade. It'll make you question those. Like, do I have the right strategy? Do I have the right thing? And it's just it is like if you're trading right now and you've just started, don't be discouraged. Just stay in sim and take seat time to watch the price action. You know, whatever your strategy is, whatever you have, if you're a VWAP, like if you're a VWAP trader, watch what the reactions look on off of VWAP. What you'll see here when we come back down in and test 414, 415, when that bid drops into VWAP, so you'll get the bid here. I don't have MU up, but the bid will come down, it'll hit VWAP. You need to immediately see it pop back off. And once it starts making new 1 minute highs, it needs to extend. You need to get nice big candles on highs with lots of volume. Your red candles need to have less volume on those. You need to extend. You need to close higher, close higher, close higher. And when you start to get up into an area where you think you're going to break out, you've got to start watching for pivot type candles, reversal type candles. This one right here, this is an interesting candle, a lot of volume, really tight candle, tight body. Then you get another topping tail that gets stuffed. And honestly, you have to anticipate it every time it gets into a new swing high, and especially near the high day. You have to anticipate literally that this is going to happen. Start watching for these candles. And when you start getting big candles to the downside, then you need to know what you're going to do and anticipate that. Like in this kind of choppy market right here. Right now, we're really extending down. We're getting choppy. Sellers are taking control. But I am expecting VWAP to hold because it's held before. What is the probability of that? I'm not sure. I don't trade MU a lot, but I'm seeing my thesis would be that VWAP would be holding. But it's going to be hard to get an entry because you got to wait till it's buying. And it tried to make a new 1 minute high. That got stuffed. So that's a problem. Okay. I don't like that. So now I get the bounce off. I'm waiting for the retest. That gets stuffed and pushed down. I'm like, okay, well, that's the bearish price action we've been getting when sellers are aggressive. And then anticipating like this candle's the one that ignites the leg up with low volume. I don't think you could consistently rely on this, especially in this market. This candle needs to have this kind of volume. We're looking at this kind of volume over here. This is terrible. It did ramp up as it started to go, but you know, which one do you anticipate? And then you get a terrible candle with not a ton of volume, but it does get the extension. So then do you start, you know, changing your trading plan to it's any candle, any green candle that starts to get some extension, volume regardless? It's very hard. It's very, very difficult. So, you know, the biggest thing I would say, do most of your trading in sim unless you do have a really, really good setup and it meets all of your qualifications. Other than that, seat time and just watching, getting screen recordings of what's going on. Because once price action switches back over to something that's more consistent, you're going to notice the difference. And then once it switches back over to being choppy, you're going to be able to pick it up a lot faster because you're going to notice the price action. Let's see. Any new snow? Yes, ditto. Winter Park got 4 inches last night, so that is where I'm headed as soon as I'm done here with you guys. Let's see, but yeah, I mean, ACAR, that's the best advice I can give you in trading in choppy markets is, you know, patience is another one. You part of your thesis needs to be that your move is going to be choppy, and you're going to have to hold and watch price action carefully, and you know, also being objective with your thesis and what you're actually seeing, what the price action is telling you, and not trying to hold on, you know, that I'm active. You know, I want this, you know, just being objective, being patient, being dynamic. You know, you just got to have a lot of things in your repertoire to really trade it and get good trades. But the one thing that you can definitely depend on is that it's going to be choppy. You know, here's a drop into a low, but that gets absorbed and pop back up. Let's see. Chop market's very quick scalps, buying the dips and selling into the rips. It's pretty poor, but the problem is how much do you sell into the rips? It's trying to trust that the rip is going to rip and go anywhere. You know, if I'm looking at this and trying to get a move off here off VWAP, my real target is the high a day. And then I'm probably taking partials in a market like this at prior large swing highs, like big swing highs or big swing lows if I'm short. So it's just not consistent enough that, hold on, I'm trying to see if we can get this test into VWAP. I'm going to bring that up. It's just not consistent enough that the rips are going to go in your direction as far as you'd need them to get a good solid trade out of it. And that's the one issue like I'm finding and that I'm talking to people that they're having is trusting that this bounce off of VWAP with the right type of candle and signal is going to make any type of move to get a good trade. Because you want to target from here, you really want to target high a day right through here, but you're probably going to have to take partials at these swing highs just to maximize some of that trade and to get some of that. So if it does, those sellers do come back in somewhere over here, which you would be expecting them to. These swing highs, you were expecting a seller to hit at some point in there. That's why you're expecting it to be choppy, because you're going to hit selling resistance in through here. So you have to take partials or you're just going to maybe waste that whole trade. But it's just, you know, kind of my look at it. But I'm wondering, man, come on, can you get down here to VWAP, please? Let's see. Find a range, trade the edges. Brian, that's what I do with cam trading, is trying to find the edges, you know, trying to find the high a day and the low a day off of the cam, and for the cam to get involved into price action. But still, even ranges have been a little bit difficult because you get the break, you're playing through. I mean, this entry was pretty good. I mean, S3, I think, was like right. It was right in here somewhere. And I think maybe I was a little bit below or just a little bit above S3. And I get the break thinking I'm going to get at least my run up there normally. And boom, right back down into range and erasing the entire move that I got. Right now, I'm thinking I'm going to get stopped out. Because this didn't push back up into this area, we found that seller again. I really do feel like I am going to get stopped out. And it sucks that it changes my thesis that I want to get out probably here anyway, if we could just get back up and retest into the high a day, because I'm expecting that to get pushed back down into range. And now it's getting pushed back down into range, and it made a lower low, and now it's made a lower high. And, you know, it's just trusting that I'm going to get it. You know, most of the time I've been able to like, okay, I'm going to get at least some of these moves or get one good trade that's going to do well for me today. And, you know, this one I was like, okay, yeah, this is good. Okay, well, I don't know. Tested almost. Did break the high today, but then we're getting pushed back into range. And, you know, and this was, I mean, this isn't even a cam that this kicked off of, or is it? Is it the central pivot? Oh, yeah, it's a central pivot for the day. Yeah, see, I was kind of expecting that I would get stopped out through that one. But I will wait again. I mean, it may set up again. It's back at S3. So if this sets back up again, I may take this. We'll have to see. Let's see. Am I planning in the future to do similar stuff like bookmap, adding candles, etc.? Are you talking about for Atlas, adding candles and everything for Atlas? I know that pretty much anything that you guys want, like if you want candles added to Atlas, like if that's something you're interested in, email the support team, you know, the support at tradingterminal.com, email them and let them know. Because if you guys ask for it and you want it on here, like Andrew will make it happen. Like he wants to know, what do you guys want? What are you interested in? What do they need to focus on? So let them know, like give them feedback on what you think, what you want to do, what you want to see, how you want things to look. Like let them know 100%. See, I was winning with you guys and then had to join Discord with the fancy indicator, and I've been losing ever since. Oh no. DB, what uh so is it you're not understanding the indicator? Is that kind of what it is? Or sometimes I see with those fancy indicators, and the thing you have to have in mind is really any indicator, price, volume, and time. Those three things are really what any indicator is going to have in them, because it's how do I put this? Price action is just kind of, I guess, two-dimensional is what you would call it. It only goes up, down, or right. So up, down, right, doesn't go backwards. That would be nice if it did backwards, but then did the same thing again and we could see it. And then what you're watching is three things. You're watching price, you're watching time, and you're watching volume. These candles are just a roadmap of the path that has been traveled previously in telling us what had happened in specific areas. So here's our VWAP test, but it's not getting the bounce. So this is no bueno on this VWAP test. But that's the three things that we have access to that we're looking at. And any indicator, it's going to be one of those three, two of them, all three of them. So, is it that? So okay. So the point I'm trying to get to is that most of those fancy indicators that I see, they don't tell you what the indicator is tracking or exactly is doing. When this turns green, you go long. When this turns red, you go long. But why? Like, just because the indicator says that, I'm supposed to just put full faith and trust? Like, learn a little bit about the indicator. Like, what is it exactly tracking? Is it more a volume-based indicator, like the BS detector? Is it more of a level-based indicator, like the cams? So price-based, level-based? Or, is it more volume-based, like, VPA? And, time-based, I'm trying to think, what would be a good, like, time-based indicator? Can't think of one off the top of my head, but I'm sure you have, like, a time and volume, so, but, have a level volume, like I forgot what it's called now. But, yeah, it's hard. And it's hard when they don't tell you exactly what they're tracking on those indicators. So I'd actually be kind of interested to know. If you want to email me that, I'll take a look at the indicator and see if I can determine what it's about and kind of what it's tracking. Whole time, I wait for, let's see, my whole time in seconds, I wait for the price to move above my entry and then sell on the ask. So Pretty Bird, do you get in on the bid? If I were you and that's what you're doing, I would get in on the bid too and then sell on the ask. And if you're going short, get in on the ask and sell on the bid. Now long in queue at 80. Yeah, it broke down from there. Dominique, okay. Yeah, just give them an email. Send them an email, man, and let them know what you would like to see on there. And anybody, if anybody wants to see candles or anything on there, then send it to them. Man, I was hoping we'd get that VWAP bounce off MU, but it did not want to do it. And there's another test in it. Dude, I'm sorry if it's still not enough selling. I was going to say, when I brought up the chart and I saw these tweezers, this is beautiful. I just wish that would have happened here. But the issue I have and why I wouldn't have gone short here is because of this volume. But just like we saw, I think, what was that? We saw that on NU where we got that push off of S3 to go long and the candle looked good, but the volume looked terrible. This volume's terrible. It didn't really start coming into here, and that's probably too late. But now, and another thing in choppy markets that you would want to do, make sure you have multiple confirmations. And so like in these markets today, I would want this confirmation back again up here, but I do want to see the cam hit. And this is a good reaction if this was up here, but I would want to see another reaction to test again, because this wouldn't have convinced me. And once I saw this, I would have felt like I'm chasing it. That would have been the one problem for me with that trade, but it needs to be up here. This is a better entry here than here, which is why I would want it. Is it showing? Why are you changing my settings? Thank you. See the book. Yeah, I mean it's definitely built to the downside too. We've got some here, but I mean we're filled in better to the top side up to 420. But 415 looks really good. That's why I would like to see that liquidity taken there and see if this holds down here. That would be pretty good, but it wants to sell off before. Yeah, I mean this would be really nice to take this liquidity pop through, and that's kind of what I was anticipating there. Man, your short on SNDK is looking good right now. Nice. I'm glad it was working. That was I just look at that and I'm like, no, I can't trade that. Oh wow, yeah, that's really nice. Right into R3 too, but yeah, I think this is what was this when we were looking at it right here, and I'm saying, you know, looking for the pop, the bid starts to drop, bid starts to drop there, dropping there. Yeah, but and then that's the candle too. I would have expected, let's see. That's a nice, if we would have made a new 1 minute low, I would have expected this to happen there. I don't really see any other reversal candles. That candle maybe, but I mean, this was a nice topping tail, and then you get the low and you get the liquidation. Now it's liquidating right back to R3. I'm glad you got it though. You can trade these a lot better than I can then. But this is also something, I mean, you can see how that spread, I'm sure that spread just got crazy. We're probably talking, it may have gotten 50 cents as this started to liquidate through. A lot of people who had their stops here and here, they got a lot of slippage. If you had your stop here, you may have gotten filled down here at 17. Atlas showing all market orders combined or just NASDAQ. It's just the I think it's just NASDAQ total view. Hi, New. What's your thoughts on Microsoft stock? Does this look good entry? Oh, Carlos, do you want to give away the mentorships? Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hashtag you want to do hashtag Atlas?
Microsoft S3 looks like a possibility.
I don't think Nate can hear me. Hold on. Let me see.
I would wait for it to get down here.
Yeah, I don't think Nate can hear me.
If it keeps with the trend, new highs of days and low of days have gotten pushed back into range, so this would be a great area for a big buyer to accumulate and for a cam come in and pick up price action. I would wait for S3. If you're looking for an entry, I would wait for S3. Let's see if I bet there's a big order right there too at 98.
Yeah, friends, let's do hashtag Atlas. I don't think Nate can hear me, but
I don't think you can hear me. Oh,
You might
no, I
have me
can't
on
hear you,
mute.
Carlos. Sorry, hold on.
it's okay. It's okay.
Let me
I'm not gonna
change.
talk much.
Let me change my speakers. My earpods just died. So that's probably why.
It's all good, man. It's all good. All right, guys. Hashtag Atlas. And we'll get you all set up here. How many are you doing, Nate? Oh, let me ask him. How many are you?
You
How many
talking
did he say
now,
he's giving
Carlos?
away? What was that?
Yeah, just go ahead and throw it up there. Sorry. I don't know what's going on with these now.
Just want to ask him. He said he's doing like 5, right, guys? Remind me how many of these are we doing?
Why my audio on your side isn't coming through.
Yeah,
But I've got the
audio's
chat up
good.
in Telegram if you want to send me a message there. Okay, why won't this go back to...
Yep, audio is good.
Put these on.
Yeah, I thought I heard 5. Maybe we'll do the first 2 for Lambos and garbage truck, and then we'll do
Yeah, I don't
3
know if
for
it's not picking
everyone.
up the sound now.
So let's do that. Let's do the first 2 for
Nice. Everybody's getting in. Awesome.
yeah. All right, here it is. First 2 for market.
You want me to, let me log out and I'll log right back in. I don't know why this isn't picking up the sound.
Okay. All right, here it is, friends. Here's the we're doing 5.
Oh, here
First
we go.
2 for Lambos and garbage truck members,
There
and
we
then the last 3 we'll do for everyone. So, can you hear me now, Nate?
Yeah, it switched. Zoom switched my
Your
input
audio, yeah,
for
it gets
you to
tricky.
like something crazy.
It gets tricky, man. Especially because we're
Oh
streaming and
man.
doing so many things, so it gets funky. All right, so here it is. I confirmed that we're doing 5. So I'm gonna do the first 2 for just Lambos and garbage truck, and then the last 3 for everyone. So even if you don't have a Lambos and garbage truck membership, you're gonna get access to win. And we'll do a we'll do one tomorrow as well. You said, right? So that's good. All right, here this
Yeah,
first
we'll do
one is
5
going to
again
be.
tomorrow.
Look at you, Dominic. You are in.
Oh,
All right.
was he the one that said that he missed the other one?
No, that was somebody else, I think. But it's all good. We got 2 more. 1 more here. Brian T01, you're in as well. All right, so that you 2 from Lambos and Garbage Truck family. Now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna include everyone now. So you just gotta have. I think you said you gotta have Atlas, right? That's the only criteria.
Yeah, you just need to, if you don't have Atlas, you just need to at least get it for a month. And I'm
Yep.
gonna try to make sure you keep it, but you just have to have Atlas, yeah.
All right. All right, guys, put Atlas in chat. I'll do the next 3 for everyone. So let's do that, and then we'll get you guys all set up. Just email Nathan. Nathan, how do you want them to contact you?
Nathan at bearbulltraders.com.
Okay.
And then Imlu was asking when is the membership happening? So it's going to be when all 5 people can get together. I would like to do it while the market's open, but if everybody can't, we can do something in the evening and just watch futures. But it'll just be whenever all 5 can get together, because I want all 5 together. So we're going to do it in a group.
Yeah, maybe pick some days and have them vote, because it'll be tough to line up everybody's schedule. But yeah, it'll be nice to have everybody together. All right, here's the next 3 friends. Is going to be Ross. You're in, my friend. 2 more. We got Ricky Sony. And then last but not least, Brian Chan, 46. Brian Chan, 4046. Congrats, guys.
Yeah, and you guys will hopefully get to meet some of the other people in here. So, and I'll get to meet you guys, and yeah, we'll get to talk face to face. And to me, that's an easier way to teach: screen sharing, talking face to face, and answering all your questions like that. So we can just do it live. It'll be fun. It'll be good. Awesome. Yeah, just email me, guys. We'll put something together and put a schedule together. And if you want to even throw into the email when you're available, like what are the best times that are available, give me some times that are during the day, during the week, and then give me, evenings that you would be free, because we can always bring up futures and look at them as well. Brian, I put my email address up there, Nathan at bearbulltraders.com. It's the NV Story Trading up there. Riken, just go ahead and email me and we'll get started there. Imlu, well, we're doing it again tomorrow. So we'll be doing it again tomorrow. So be ready then. We'll do it again. We'll do it again probably about this time. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I'm going to throw my email back in at the end of the chat.
Say throw your
All right,
email in
guys.
there again so everybody has it.
Yeah.
Cool, guys.
All right, guys, I appreciate it.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.